Damn, damn. Sheesh. Damn.
Absolutely. One stun could be the difference between a win or a loss, and it can cut some shot proc as well. More RNG coming into play. Zero doing so much damage at the end there.
Great performance by Zero. Unfortunately, Peo falls to Zeroji the Hunter. Great performance by Peo this tournament. Really, really great performance by Peo, and a great performance by Zeroji. And all the rogues have been eliminated out of this tournament.
Damn.
One of the pre-tournament favorites to win the tournament was Rogue. People keep talking about Rogue, but we have 2 rounds to go, and all the Rogues have now been eliminated. So,
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm sure there's going to be a determination of who's going to get the prize money because we had multiple Rogues fall in the same round. I don't know who's going to get the best in class prize money yet. We'll find out from the admins how that's going to be determined. But yeah, so congratulations to all the Rogues who competed, but unfortunately, there will not be one in the finals.
Dude, there was more rogues, correct me if I'm wrong, admins, but more rogues than any other class in this tournament. And they're all gone. And there were so many, not only just, I shouldn't even say rogues, we had Savix, we had Babka, we had PS Hero, right? We had Perplexity, we had Peo. Like, these are all big names. Spicy had a great showing as well. They're all gone.
We even had, I mean, we talked about Shobek earlier. Shobek didn't make it to the finals. Shobek
yep.
is another very good rogue.
Vanis played really well. NZ with the plays against the Warlock Infestor. Like, they were all really good. But with this rule set, rogues are not coming out on top. And the rule set being, there are no rules. It's a Mokgohra. Anything goes. So with this open system, maybe rogues aren't the dueler we thought they'd be. I thought maybe an undead rogue would take the whole thing, but looks like I'm wrong. We have Druid versus Mage, and it's a hard one. It's a really hard one for the Mage. Having said that, we've seen Druid versus Mage once today, and the Mage actually won. So Gordon, maybe he'll go in with a different game plan here. Gets slowed, shifts out, cap form again. Wow, Flame taking a lot of damage. That's Furbolg's Medicine Pouch, misses the Cone of Cold. Blink to follow. What charge is that? The Goblin Rocket Helm maybe resisted, but the charge worked. Oh, no, Goblin Rocket Helm now. 2 different charges from Gordon. Early intervene, love to see it. Gordon looks dominant in this matchup, and this is probably how the Druid versus Mage should look.
Yeah, this has been a huge start from Gordon.
What?
Getting up on Flane early. Flane is definitely.
I watched a little bit earlier. I'm just getting home now, watching some.
The blink, so he's not able to get out.
Warriors are gonna win, easy. Sonics has got to win. This guy Sonics, Sony, all rogues are out.
So Gordon continues on.
Warriors are looking real strong.
Is there any chance for Flame
Real
to survive
strong.
this?
Absolutely not. So here's the issue. The mages normally would sheep and
Funny
reset.
too, because I'm watching this, but I don't even really know what is going on.
Flame
I played like 3 classes, but like
you can use the Goblin Rocket Helm and
there's so much engineering and crazy shit that you can use in this that I never ever used. It's just like all this stuff and buffs and stuff that I don't even know what it is, but fun to watch.
You can't. Once you're behind, it's over. The only way to win would be to just to kill the Druid from the get-go, but once you're low, you can't come back. There's no coming back. There's no sheeps. You can't even.
Warriors are definitely going to win.
Shift. You can't,
Warriors are looking real
Gordon
strong.
In and out of
Nobody can beat him.
Running Flames down. He's doing the best he can do, but there's not much the Mage can do in this position. 10% life. Another Nova. Gordon's just finishing him off. One tick of evil.
Feral
Could
Druid.
be a Mana Shield or a Blink.
He's cooked. He's got nothing.
Maybe
Out of
another
mana.
consumable, a flask. What are we
Yeah.
Flame? Another, an ice barrier.
I just see a Feral Druid whooping up on an Ice Mage.
I don't know how long he can hold on, Esfand. I don't know how long he can hold on.
This guy's not doing any damage to this Druid.
This is not looking good. This might be it. We get the Cone of Cold out. He's slowed. He eats the Whipperroot Tuber. Throws out a Frost Nova. It doesn't matter. Gordon can just shift out and shift back in, and he just keeps chasing him down. He's at 13%. Hell, at this point, I would just Moonfire spam him or something. Like, just start sending the Moonfires.
It can be dangerous, though, because
I don't know what's going on, but I like it.
So
if Gordon goes from Moonfiring, and then can't go back cat and just completely then the Mage could actually win. So it's, you know... Flame should have played like this from the start.
My cousin yesterday had the sickest costume I've ever seen.
So far behind. Ooh, He kites and turtles back up for the health potion.
Yeah, that's my...
He has no Evo, and he's low on mana, so I don't
skeleton.
see him necessarily killing Gordon, but that's going to...
Actually, who really had the best costume?
I like the rank
was
kiting. I mean,
Barbarous King.
If we saw this from the get-go, it would have maybe been a very different
Is he still streaming?
I don't know Gordon's exact spec.
You dressed up as Banjo?
That's
a funny one.
Moonfire Insect Swarm like we would
normally
see.
Yeah, my cousin's with a great costume.
So Gordon must be more... maybe he's not playing Resto.
I'll take it. I'm surprised, though.
But Flame's doing a good job this last minute or so, regaining his ground. Gordon's probably kicking himself for not moonfiring earlier, because now he has some...
Yeah, Barbarous King.
Probably is. Yeah, just from looking at his build, it looks like Gordon is
just a good costume.
A Feral Resto hybrid. I haven't seen him cast an Insect Swarm.
Yeah, but it's still going on.
So yeah, I think he's playing some sort of a Feral Resto hybrid, and yeah, I mean he really just cannot finish. Like he just has to find a way to do
there you go, yeah.
There it is.
He gave him his back. That's why he gave him the whatever that move Feral Druids have.
Finish, dude.
It's like backstab.
Yeah. Great duel from Gordon, man. Great duel from Gordon, and man, Flame did a phenomenal job.
Traitor.
Not letting him finish. So, really, really good, man. Really, really good.
Yeah, I can't give Flame too much, hate here. It was Mage versus Druid, and he lived a few minutes. He kited it out. He did all right.
I got a bowl of candy outside for the kids and everything. But I'm not going to the door and sitting there. I got things to do.
It looks like we have another Mage versus Druid. Maybe Dendario, who's, by the way, done phenomenal so far in this tournament. In the last round, he took out a Druid. Let's see if he can do it again here versus MFB TV.
McDonald's outside the A&W.
Yeah, this is gonna be great to watch. I mean, MFB TV did a.
You gonna get trick or treaters where you're at, Wolf? Are you in like a suburban area?
But we saw him today. I don't actually know if any of his duels got broadcast yesterday or not. I think they didn't, but we'll see. I mean,
another Druid
matchup as
Mage.
Last time. I don't think they're the same specs. I think MFB TV is playing the Moonfire Spam Balance hybrid spec. Yeah, but I do think we'll get more of the same. Just like you mentioned earlier, you can't sheep a Druid because they can just shift out of it. They can shift out of Novas. It's a really, really tough counter for mages. And we might see more of the same here.
And then COVID hit and they're not coming around?
The way we normally see this duel go is the Moonfire and Insect Swarm will do the job, and the Druid will max range and Cheetah and keep running and won't even engage the mage.
Same. When I grew up, nobody. I didn't get anybody at my door.
To the Insect Swarm Moonfire, and the Druid never does anything except Cheetahs and runs. That's normally what we see.
I'm like, how many pieces am I going to need? Like 200, 300? Sounds about right.
There, and
the reality is, though, if I leave that bowl out there for right now until 8:30 p.m., I will lose 300 pieces of candy.
Generically, what happens is the mage will go out of mana. The mage will never be able to really start much on the Druid, and the Druid will never actually go bear or never go cat. The Druid will kind of just go cheetah, and whenever the mage blinks in like this, you just kind of cheetah form away. I don't know if the bear form here is even necessary, because yeah, you get the bash, but who cares? You just cheetah and keep running. And in the long game, the mage kind of goes and the mage doesn't really have the... You can't really pack a punch as a frost mage unless you shatter combo, and you can't.
I guess they made these arenas too for this. Like this
Cheetah also doesn't cost much mana, so the mage blinks in.
This area isn't anywhere in the game.
It does land very well done from Dendario. The problem with the mage strategy here, there's the innervate coming out.
At least I don't think it
is. Blink is actually a pretty expensive cost for the mage.
Yeah.
So if you're spending your mana blinking in like that, it's great. It's kind of all you can do, but it's a lot of mana. I think the bear forms might be a slight misplay here. I mean, it's not like you need to use bear for absolutely anything. The Evo coming out, and here is
some of these duels have lasted like 10 or 15 minutes. It's crazy. You can use any consumable. You can use potions. Like
this is normally what you
first aid, all that shit.
It's a tough spot.
And they just never end.
Mage. Like it doesn't look that bad. Like right now, you're like, okay, it could kind of go either way. But you fast forward 5 minutes, and the mage is just and dead, and the Druid is still just healthy, and the mage doesn't have the longevity. So the only way for the mage to win is to burst the Druid down, which can happen with the right RNG, but it's not easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, you know this better than anybody, right? And you've talked about how difficult of a matchup this is. How impressed are you so far by how this match has gone? I feel like compared to the last match, Dendario is holding on really well.
He is. He's doing exactly what he should be doing. You know, he's blinking in on top
Yeah,
of that
they
druid
definitely like
and
take
getting
themes of
burst when he
places.
can. The issue is every time the mage builds momentum with like frostbite,
They
that
find
Cheetah
like different
form,
ones.
which is
Like
a
there's
very
the
low
desert
mana
one like
cost,
Silithus,
comes
and then
out,
there's
the
one
druid
like
is just
Feralis,
gonna
like
run
green and stuff.
and run. And that insect swarm Moonfire might not seem very scary, but if Moonfire
Where are we at in the
insect swarm is
bracket
on
here?
you for 10 minutes straight, like it will kill you. It's enough damage to kill you, and that's kind of what the druid is banking on. And it's not that it's a very quick way to get to lethal here on the mage, but the druid is never putting himself in danger. He's never pushing in
Couple more,
to
really.
get Nova'd, to get Shatter combo. There's an Arcane Bomb, and boom, that's what Dendario's going to need. I loved that combo. It was a Thorium Nade into an Iron Bomb, which was very well played. Those are the types of out-of-the-box thinking combos that we're going to need from Dendario to finish it off.
Yeah, and he blinked. He blinked that Arcane Bomb coming up right after it. Now, I did see Moonfire Beam actually did... he actually faked the counterspell on the Entangling Roots, but it didn't matter because he got Blanket CS.
The guy that's hosting this has
After getting the
40,000
Arcane
people in
Bomb,
his
there's
channel
another
right now.
blanket. So that's why he wasn't able to cast even though he faked it.
Yeah, I must say, Dendario is really holding his own here in the matchup. The Druid's already used a T, already used a Mana Pot, and already used Evo, and Dendario is at 50% mana. So I'm pretty impressed. Like, this is going more mage favored than I would expect, for sure. So, like, hats off to Dendario. I think these clever use of items with the nade and arcane bombs are evening this matchup out. And to be honest, like, yeah, Dendario is looking great.
Yeah, I guess the WoW community is a pretty big one.
I mean, I'm very, very impressed. I mean, from what we've seen so far from Druids and Mages in the Druid Mage matchup in this tournament, and just historically, Dendario he really is doing phenomenal.
It's fun, like running a dungeon.
It's very much a battle of attrition. Like this Druid
And then just,
spec is there.
if I'm streaming, I'll put my link in there.
That was a big Arcane Bomb.
And then like the people I'm running it with will just go in there, and it's like, it's almost like Discord, I guess, right? Because you can talk in Discord, right?
He was in bear form for the Arcane Bomb.
I got to get
Correct
tapped
me if
into
I'm
that,
wrong,
the
but
Discord
if you're
stuff.
in bear form, it's not going to drain your mana. But MFB decided
Where they can hear
to go
me,
Cheetah
and like
to
you can
avoid
hear
the
them
Arcane Bomb,
if you're watching their
which made the
stream or
Arcane
whatever.
Bomb drain his mana because he went Cheetah, right? If I'm understanding that correctly. So another Arcane Bomb coming up from the Druid. Counterspell goes out, but Counterspell does not stop Arcane Bomb. A lot of players like almost panic hit Counterspell on that Arcane Bomb because it looks like a cast. It's not a cast, it's a grenade. You can't Counterspell it. So Dendario unfortunately does get hit with that Arcane Bomb, and now MFB TV's back in the driver's seat. There's no Evocate. Think Dendario might have an Ice Block, but now it's going to be Moonfire spam. How's he getting the Moonfire dot off?
He's got no heals. Oh, wow.
Restopot. Must be Restopot? Maybe?
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. And that
These guys are going to go forever.
It's going to go hard because they're going to remove so many things periodically. And it's going to be big because Dendario right now, no mana, very little health, and that battle of attrition that's coming in is
Look at the poly.
Excuse me. It's really starting to hurt. Yeah. And that's
Is
what
that a Marvels?
That's what the spec does.
I think he might have just used a Marvels, any item. He's
Well,
just
did you
looking
finish
through
that
his
video?
bags, just clicking everything.
Or did Premiere get the best of you?
Oh, Dendario, it hurts.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, bro,
what a great showing this tournament from Dendario.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a great showing, man.
Druid.
It hurts, right? I'm a mage. I've been in that position, and like I want to root for Dendario because he's a great player. You know, he had a great showing, and you know I want to see mages do well. But like in that situation, it's just hard, That's why I was so excited this morning when I woke up and I saw Zico's bracket. No druids, no locks, no priests. I'm like, bro, this is Zico's tournament, man. I'm saying it. I'm saying it again, dude. I'm saying it again.
His bracket looks really good. That bracket RNG is big time. Hey, speaking of bracket RNG, let's talk about the rogues again, man. I mean, all the rogues did get knocked out, but somebody mentioned this earlier, and they're right. Pretty much all the rogues. I think I saw Sarth in chat say it, but yeah, all the rogues ended up facing as hunters at some point.
That's crazy. That's so much work, man.
Counter for rogues, so that bracket RNG does come into play. You know, except for except Sony. Sony went up against Perp, so. But even throughout the course of the tournament, you know, we saw that hunters have trouble against rogues, or excuse me, other way around. Rogues have trouble against hunters. So So yeah, it's a lot of it is bracket RNG.
Zikos is
clean
probably the
bracket.
best.
He's got a
mage.
nice path potentially to the finals here. So he's got Sea-Doo next, and then he has the winner of Mez and Bean, which is going to be a fun mirror to watch. Absolutely.
Man.
Definitely. I think in this next matchup, we have Jay versus Gorthax. Warrior versus Warrior. Your buddy, Gorthax. Yeah.
There we go, Mike.
Editor,
Nice.
right?
Warrior versus Warrior. Let's go.
Warrior versus Warrior is just a fun one to spectate because, you know, in a lot of these duels, you know, you look at it and players are like, oh, this rogue is resetting. Oh, the hunter is scatter trapping, or the mage is polying, or the druid is running, and the warlock is running and fearing. Warrior v. Warrior, man, it's just as down and dirty as it gets. Two players pressing buttons until one of them dies. It's always a short duel. I mean, it can't really go long. One warrior is going to kill the other warrior at some point, and it's just a fun one to watch.
Yeah, this is going to be a great one, man. It's going to be really, really good.
Zug.
Zugfest.
We have Gorthax at 50% rage. They trade charges here, and it looks like the Goblin Rocket Helm's going to make it out on top. So well done from Gorthax having the premonition to use that. Sunders from the side. Wow,
Nice,
I love this opener. I love it. What a great way to open. He's not breaking the CC because Sunders don't do damage. He just builds up 3 sacks of Sunders before the rest of the duel even starts. Brilliant
Resist
play
the
from
stun.
Gorthax.
Smart.
And I think I saw Recklessness from Jay, so this is big damage. Retail into the Recklessness. Let's see if Gorthax can hold on the onslaught with the retail. Oh no, this is going to be huge. Big damage.
This is close. This is close.
See, Jay's backing off. He's backing off.
Looks like Retail and Wreck are about to fade. Both warriors are about even here. 40% life. We'll see what consumables come into play here as they're both 30%. Whirlwind's coming out from Gorthax. Going to 1% and falls.
Oh.
What a duel.
Getting the
I
right
guess, yeah, the
damage,
ref. I don't know, like, I don't know what having a ref there does. Like,
well done. What a fun one to spectate.
yeah, they're just random people running around.
Man, that was really fun, dude. That was like, dude, 2 heavyweights just going at it. I love the opener.
Yeah.
The strat at the open was so good. Go with the Goblin Rocket Helm, and then try
2 warriors.
stack Sunders to try and get an armor advantage.
Neither of those guys are geared as good as the
that was so good. Unfortunately,
Sonics. This
it
guy.
didn't work out.
Just
Jay going with the going
to
with
the
the
gills. This guy's got
recklessness
everything you
into
could
retail,
possibly want as
and
a level
then
60.
backed off whenever he realized
I think he's gonna
Gorthax
win.
caught the retail. Just fantastic, man. Fantastic duel, and yeah, really, really good showing this tournament, man.
I'm just so happy to see warriors showing up and doing well. It kind of sucks to see a warrior eliminate another warrior, doesn't it?
I know,
a little bit. Yeah, it's like,
It's like
we're on the same team.
More melee.
Yeah, we're on the same team here. Next up, we have another warrior. We have Lapan, who I believe might be at a slight disadvantage here, versus Hydra as the Shadow Priest. Have we seen warrior versus Shadow Priest? I know. I think this can go either way. Hydra, though, just so experienced. You can see the debuff above Lapan's
Warriors!
head. You know, it's there. We'll recognize that.
Oh man.
Unfortunate circumstance. There was no ability to remove the debuff, unfortunately, and that you know, it's just one of those things. And like, we knew something like that
Come
would
out and
happen. We did tell the competitors
play.
ahead of time that like something like this can happen. It probably will happen, unfortunately, and so that's the situation we're in. There's nothing we could really do. We did reach out to try to circumvent it, but
All I have is
we're
water
here,
bottles.
and we have that debuff. So for those of you guys that don't know, earlier Lapan unfortunately had a situation where he got CC'd out of the duel area, got a debuff called Coward. This Coward debuff lasts 3 days in game, and it decreases all attributes by 20%, all damage by 20%, all armor by 20%, and all resistances by 20. So I mean, we can root for Lapan here. You know, it would be cool if you won a Mokgohra, you're no longer a coward. Maybe we could have Blizzard hotfix that in. That would be cool.
That would be sick, actually.
Yeah, if you are a coward and you win a Mokgohra, it removes the debuff. I would love that. Anyway, duel's underway.
Damn, I missed that, but this guy's got a debuff that does 20% all stats. That's what that little cat is above his name.
Distance. The net comes out, or the sticky glue from Lapan. Fear
That's not gonna
immediately
help.
breaks there with the Zerker Rage. Lapan connecting damage onto Hydra, building up some rage. Shadow Reflector comes through. Doesn't reflect any damage, though. Hydra, too smart for that. Pops the potion, kiting it out with the power word shield. Pops the inner focus to conserve mana. Lapon's having trouble connecting here. Maybe just hard time building rage because the warrior is hitting into the shields of Hydra. Intercept comes out. Looks like Hydra just keeps jumping around. There's the hamstring. Hamstring proc on top of that. That's really great for Lapon. Lapon is just getting dangerously low here. Fear comes out. The Shadow Word Pain's ticking. The Mind Flay's ticking. Hydra must be feeling pretty good about this one. F's in the chat for Lapon. Thanks for coming out and playing. It's unfortunate, but it happened. Yeah. We're there.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. It's an unfortunate situation. Lapon falling to Hydra. Hydra, another great player. Lapon, a great player. So 07, hearts in the chat for Lapon. It's what are you drinking?
You know what? I call him the dirty lilac, right?
What the fuck is he drinking? Yeah, good idea, Woods. I gotta do that too.
It's the purple flash you see before you die.
Yeah, I guess I should actually do that, man.
because of the nature of Undead Warrior and the expertise of J-Law himself and the preparation of J-Law. So it's like, Snuts was saying if there's anyone he doesn't want to fight, it's J-Law. If J-Law beats Peace, Snuts will have to fight his biggest fear here.
It is fun to watch, but it's more fun to play. And if I'm going to be level 60, I got to keep
So we have
questing.
Hosey versus Infestors, 4 versus Snuts, Peace versus J-Law. And we're going to really be back to the top.
So we will check back on this.
Round 3. And once we're there, we have Zico versus Sea-Doo. What a great way to start round 3. It's going to be a classic matchup, an instant classic. Then Mez versus Bean shortly after that. Hunter Mir matchup versus 2 big names. We have another Warlock Mir, Madnox versus Gripping, and Warlocks have been slaying all the priests. Now they get to take each other
That might
out.
track.
After that, we have Sony versus Zero. Oh man, Zero's been slaying the Rogues. He's been slaying the Warriors. I'm sure Sony is not looking forward to fighting
This
Zero.
is one of them, yeah.
He's
You
one
want
of
to hear
those
it?
players that has
Let me
so
play
much
it for you.
expertise against those melee classes, and he's shown it today. Next up, Gordon versus MFBTV. It's gonna be a True and Mir matchup.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, nice, thanks. Please don't ever play that for me again. Yep. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, cool. Yeah, not for everybody, but that's my music. Pretty cool. That's exclusive right there to us. Probably coming out next week. All kinds of different audio plugins to work with. See, what's cool about being an audio engineer and understanding this stuff is I get cool plugins like Little Altar Boy that I can turn on.
And then, my voice can be really low.
Or really high. And also then I can put Audio Hijack is a fun plugin to add to your very fun. Very, very fun, very fun. Yes, I need to go this way. This is... Dust Wallow is about where I stopped playing my druid. So I'm excited to get into some other areas that I haven't played in a really long time. Because I basically went to the same areas and then started this character and played the same areas again. I'm excited to get into like the 40 realm and play some new spots. Turn that off, it's probably pretty annoying.
I don't know who's the altar boy on.
Turn off.
That'd be a mad. How about now? Definitely not a practical thing to have. Yeah, great. Ice. My dog. Ice knows. I'm gonna have to put this Mokgohra thing on my other little stream computer so we don't miss any really good, juicy duels.
It cancels the cast. Fear gets interrupted with the death coil.
There you go. A fucking compressor. Ice knows what's up. Ice has been around the block. I think I have a compressor on my chain actually. 10 band EQ, no compressor. Nope. Just EQ. I don't want to compress it because then that will also boost the noise floor, and this mic is not really that. It's not really a vocal mic. Everybody's like, oh, you get the Shure SM9, it's the what you need to stream, it's the perfect vocal mic. You can use whatever mic you want. Anything will sound good. Doesn't really matter that much.
Ability isn't ready.
Alright, so I'm currently looking for guys that are invisible. Oh! There he is.
Do that yet.
Do it. Oh, Snots just played. No. Looking for invisible motherfuckers. There's one. Whoa. that? Where the hell was that coming from? Show yourself. Definitely classic WoW. Clicking abilities, we are set, all set for the night. It is classic WoW. And yeah, you're right. I don't have like key bindings or anything. I'm not gonna get that far deep into the game, so I'm not even gonna try to go there. Just having fun killing invisible elves. I don't need 12 buttons on my mouse. No, thank you. Don't need them, don't want them, don't even know what they are. Don't even know what I just said. I did when I started playing though use the key, like the number keys, but it's just easier to click. What's the big deal? Just click. You can just click it. As soon as you hit attack on something, this hand is free anyway, so you might as well just click it. Or get a ticket. Just do what's comfy. We'll see. Don't you know that's the truth? If I'm not streaming in my skeleton onesie, it's probably my tiger kimono. And if it's not either of those, then check me, please. So yeah, everything alright? The skeleton onesie was a fantastic Amazon buy, actually. Like, I used it for a party, and now I'm wearing it because it's super comfortable. And it shipped in 10 hours. My doorstep. Thank you, Baz, you bald-headed fuck. How am I supposed to get in there? Bruh. Oh shit, what the fuck? I can take y'all. No, this is not gonna just be for Halloween. I'm wearing this. This is gonna be worn often. And inappropriately. Oh shit, we got two warriors battling right now.
Coming up next, oh my gosh.
Wow. That is
J-Law is so
incredible,
impressive.
man.
If someone's gonna take out Snuts, it's gonna be J-Law. Like, it's gonna be J-Law. Snuts said it.
Missed it. Too bad. That's debatably scarier than a guy walking around in a onesie. A good Ronald McDonald costume just wearing out in public on like March 17th. Scarier than this. what's even funnier about that is you should dress up as that, like, and go into a McDonald's and just find like a corner table or whatever, order a meal and just eat it and be like, that'd be a funny little like video or something. Just be all stressed. Fuck! Shit's so bad for me. Shouldn't have taken that endorsement deal. Yeah, that would have been great. I mean, there's so many great things you could do with that costume. Go into a Burger King and completely dismantle it. Harass everybody. Go into a Burger King with an empty bottle of Jim Beam and just start harassing everybody stumbling around. This fucking food is shit. And where's King? Put out 100 pieces of candy. And with a sign attached to it that said, "One piece only, you little monsters." I'm gonna check it in half hour. Hopefully it's still all there. The neighbor, I was talking to the neighbor and he said that he put, last year he put candy out. I saw like 50-year-old men taking handfuls of it. And if I happen to see that, there's no chance I will because I'm up here. But if I saw that, I would chase that motherfucker down. I'd probably have to stop some sense into him. Like, what are you doing? Oh, yeah, the face paint. You got, yeah, definitely gotta do the face paint. Definitely gotta do the face paint. Shit, that is the porch cam, nice. You have a ring or something? That's fantastic. Yeah, that is so good. Oh man, that is like entertainment on in itself. Put that on the TV and just watch that all night. You just wait for that one group or whatever, one person that like debatably takes too much and run out. Sorry, you little fucker. Put it back.
Don't do that yet.
Everywhere. Oh shit, this is a good one. This is the dude that's probably gonna win. In fact, I'm probably gonna watch it from here on out. This is like nearing the end.
This is a very favorable matchup for him, class to class, but he has so much
Zikos
respect for Sea-Doo.
probably
He does
gonna win.
not want to give Sea-Doo a chance to do anything. I mean, that you mentioned the patience on waiting for the arcane bomb, trying to cover all his bases to try and finish right there. I think a lot of people would have gone into that duel seeing a shaman at 16% health and just try and go for the big damn, right? And just try and finish him off right there. But Zico, He has the ability to just take it slow and finish him off right there. And down goes Sea-Doo. Amazing, amazing showing in the tournament. I mean, that was Sea-Doo has been I mean, he's been a great player for such a long time, man. Yeah, it's been a great player for such a long time, and it was it's great to see him compete in this tournament and do as well as he has.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad to see. It's sad to see, but I mean, Zico played textbook. And it's still cool to see it play out. The arcane bomb plays from Zico I thought were brilliant. The opener with the title charm sheep I thought was brilliant. And Sea-Doo, you know, staying alive as long as he did and conserving mana for as long as he did, and like ooming Zico to the point where like that was, once the mages oom out of cooldowns, then it becomes a duel again. Like the shaman ooms first and it's scary, the shaman could die, but if the mages oom, then it gets back to serious business. Zico, first player and the first seed to advance to the 4th round. Semi-finals, if that's a thing. I don't know. Mez versus Big B next. We have the double Hunter. I'm excited for this one, man. Like Bean and Mez need no introduction, right? Bean, second place BlizzCon. Mez, first place BlizzCon. Well, and Bean, normally is main Feral, but in Classic WoW goes on that Hunter, and Mez normally mains Death Knight, but in Classic WoW also plays Hunter. Both players so experienced. They're used to the big stage. They're used to the pressure. Both picking up the Hunter and doing very well in this tournament. Both players obviously haven't lost today because they're still alive and they're standing there in front of us. And Hunter versus Hunter is not a matchup I have like a ton of expertise in. I would probably expect to see is a pretty decently fast matchup here. You can't run against another Hunter too long. Sleeping Dust from Mez to start things off. Just the Sleeping Dust from range. It looks like he's going to get that big aim shot to start, but it might have heartbeat broke.
I think. I mean, this guy's not stealthing it, but...
I mean, I think this is going to be one of those where, like you mentioned earlier, is like Bean and Mez are both very well-known players, and it's going to be exciting to see how this one fares out, to see who plays Zico in the next round.
Double Viper Steam coming out. They're both 60% mana. Mez has a slight favor in the health, and Scare Beast coming out from Big Bean on the Fred. Mez taking a bit of Viper Sting damage, so it might be more of like Hunters kite each other out to Viper Sting. Whatever Hunter's first loses. It could be a situation like that, and if that is the case, Big Bean is 40% mana, Mez up to 50. So Bean is losing this. Mez has the health advantage as well, but anything can happen. RNG can happen. Classic WoW can happen. Mez using the Elixir of Poison Resistance, removing the Viper Sting from himself. Concussive shot, RNG onto Bean, unlucky.
And the Imp Wing Click too, right after.
Yeah.
Oh, look at... Fred gets ice trapped. Oh no. See, that's what I really want to see today. It's Bean and Mez is a great matchup. I really want to see who does better, Fred or Grayson over there.
Yeah, seriously. We have Concussive Shot RNG, Wing Clip RNG. We have Crit RNG, Resist, Misses. We'll see how it plays out. It's very close. I would maybe dare to say Mez is slightly in the lead. Both pets are just CC'd forever. Hunters are in melee range going for the Wing Clips. Bean might be the first one to get the other Hunter They're pretty much both at this point. They're both within 5% life of each other. This could be anyone's game. Bean fighting for his life. Another improved Wing Clip from Mez. He's all over Bean now. Both pets connecting. Fred and Grayson doing work. Being at half life, no mana for scatter or feign death or trap or anything like that. Major healing pot used. Doesn't look like it does almost anything though for Bean. I wonder what consumables we have left. If we have teas, if we have flasks, now is the time to bring them out. This is a duel to the death. Whoever loses will fall. Yeah.
Big trap avoiding the pet. I mean, this is look, these guys are completely tapped. They have no mana. I mean, they're just sitting here standing 10 paces apart and shooting each other maybe. They're getting in melee. Fred's trapped now. Bean has gotten some unfortunate...
that's huge. He gets the first aid.
He got the cross CC.
Yeah, he traps one and magic dust the other. Bean is going to be able to first aid and drink. This might be the momentum Bean needs to turn the tides here. Oh no. Cross CC on the two players. The Viper Sting is coming out. Bean's taking the lead. Mez is trying to get back in the range. He's not quite shooting. Bean's getting a massive lead from this. There's the healing pot. Mez is not shooting. He's just running in. Now he finally gets that Viper Sting off, but Bean now has a 10 or 15% health advantage. Mez uses the magic dust and it looks like it resists. He will not be able to pull that same play that Bean just played. He can't take it from his playbook today. The Viper Sting and the sticky glue connecting onto Mez. Another concussive shot RNG onto Bean, and I think, this could go either way, but
it's a race. Bean with mana. Being with mana, it's a DPS race. Oh, the flask to get his health back up just a little bit.
Mez
Who's gonna
looks
win?
like
Is it gonna be Fred or Grayson?
Mez pops the tuber and the flask to gain more life. Bean pops the T to gain more life and mana. Trap into the Scare Beast. It might be a bandage. It might be a bandage.
The first data on the dot, dude. Right as the bandage dropped, right as the debuff dropped, he was able to get just enough healing off.
Viper scene coming out from both ends. Both hunters are pretty much tapped. Mez is on 10%. Bean trying to finish it off, but so is Mez. It's as close as it can be. Bean's kiting it out. There's the scatter trap. Grayson connects and Mez goes down.
Bean takes down Mez. What a duel. Oh my goodness, man. Holy. If this tournament started, when this tournament started yesterday, if I told you Bean was going to take out Mez, what would you have said?
I mean, I would have said I want to see that, and we just did. That was great.
Duel. That was amazing, man. That was absolutely amazing. The last like 2 minutes of that, they're just out of mana and just trying to just shoot into each other non-stop, just 10 bases apart, like an old school Western, dude. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's a perfect analogy. I like Hunter Mirrors. I would love to see more Hunter Mirrors. That was a fun duel to watch. Like, some mirrors are just boring, you know? Like, we have that Druid versus Druid or whatever. Like, Hunter Mirrors, I would love to see more of them, man. Like, yeah, what a fun one. Next up, we have another mirror. We have the Warlock mirror. And this is a mirror where we've seen a lot of strategies, differing strategies come out, like pet kills or just going in for the kill, more damage, and seems like any Warlock that's gone for the pet kill strategy comes out ahead. So I would probably be willing to bet Gripping and Madnox might both go for the pet kill strat, because like that just seems to be the strategy that is winning the Warlocks duels every single time.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, that is the key. The key is for sure to kill the Fell Hunter. We've seen it time and time again, and I mean, now one thing's curious is seeing the banishes go out, because what I've noticed multiple times is one Warlock kills the other Warlock's pet and the other one starts banishing it. But why? I'm kind of surprised as to see why they don't just go for the banish right off the bat and try and make them choose like if they want to go for the pet or not. I mean, they're railing the pets right now real hard. So let's see how this one plays out.
It's a good question, you know. Maybe the banish gets spell locked and now you're locked in shadow and you can't fear. And then the next banish, you could maybe fear their banish. You just stop the banish over and over, kind of a thing. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you're in the spot where your pet's dead, you can't stop the banish, and now you're just behind. Maybe that's my best guess.
Yeah, I'd love to ask them.
Yeah, it might be a weird interaction with Soul Link, or with how it works. It might be like giving them free 20% mitigation, because also a big reason to kill the pet is to stop that Soul Link, right? And so yeah, there's the second pet coming in from Gripping. Madnox secures that first kill. Gripping kind of kiting it out pretty well here. Fear coming out. Looks like, yeah, it's hard to tell who's ahead. I guess the Warlock with 2 pets is ahead still, but both pets about 50% life. Madnox gets a full Howl of Terror there. Furbog Medicine Pouch coming out from Gripping. Health funnel onto the pet. They're trying to keep the pet alive at all costs, and I don't blame them. Once that pet dies, you lose all the class's utility. Both pets about to drop once again. We'll see whose pet gets resummoned. I can't quite remember. It's hard to see whose pet belongs to who. Yeah.
Well, right now there's no pets, but we're doing a. It looks like he's going for a full summon.
No way.
He did Curse of Tongues on him, but it was after he started the cast.
Oh, he gets coiled.
And he gets coiled at the last second.
Yeah, so it looks like both pet. No, Madnox has the second pet. So Madnox is super far ahead of Gripping here.
Huge.
Yeah, the Arcane Bomb could even it out, but yeah, Madnox with the pet. He also has the mana advantage. I don't know what Gripping's gonna do here, Esfand.
Yeah, I think this is a really, really bad situation for Gripping. I mean, your pet down, your Feldom's down. This is really bad. That Fell Hunter is such a big part of the Warlock's kit. Again, with the Spell Lock, with the Devour, with damage. They have a lot of magic resist, so they're hard to kill in the first place. But and even if you're melee and you try and hit the Fell Hunter, you have a stacking debuff that reduces your attack power. So they have a lot of mitigation, and once it's down, it's like, oh man, this is a rough go. So we'll see if he can survive. But I think it looks like it's about over for Gripping.
I agree.
Let's get the fear off. He's going for the banish. There's that last second banish that he's trying for, seeing maybe if he can cross CC and reset. Is that a fear he's going for?
Banish
He
Fear.
gets it off.
73% life.
That's done. Yeah, that's done.
Well, Mad Knox successfully killed both pets. As it stands right now, that seems to be the most effective Warlock strategy. Killing the Fell Hunter, killing the second Fell Hunter, and then winning with your Fell Hunter supposedly still up. And Mad Knox showed us just that, did very well, and advances to the next round.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the thing that we've seen time and time again in these Warlock duels is exactly that. Kill the pet, Fell Dom, kill the pet again. Usually both of their pets die at some point, and then somebody uses their Fell Dom, or they both use their Fell Dom, and then it's once that second pet is dead, it's just so hard to recover.
Yep.
So, yeah, you really got to get that lead early on, and it just snowballs off of that. So, 07, another valiant effort, and Mad Knox moves on. So
for sure.
Another big. Oh, go ahead, Tim.
Sorry. Before we head into the next exactly. Before the next duel, guys, I apologize. I just came to clear up something real quick. No pun intended. Going back to the Coward debuff situation, I just want to give a big shout out to Blizzard. They were actually going to be able to remove the debuff for us. There were some crossed hairs of communication with us internally, as well as some different interpretation of the rules. Blizzard was about to help us out. We fucked up behind the scenes on our end. I take full responsibility for that. So guys, please don't blame Blizzard. I fucked up on the communication there. They were willing to help us. I owe Lepin a big lunch. And again, super sorry about that, guys. We're trying our best. This thing is crazy to manage, but we're doing the best job we can. So
yeah, I mean, no, thanks for clarifying for that for us, Tips. I mean, that was, obviously this thing and production, the admins, everybody behind the scenes has done an unbelievable job, and hearts in chat for Blizzard too, being willing to fix that. I know there's a lot of things people say. I mean, I saw it in chat a little bit too, where people are like, oh well, typical Blizzard, typical this, typical that, but. It's cool to see Blizzard has been so welcoming of community events and letting us run a community event like this, especially something with such a big prize pool and so many eyes on it. Like, this is a massive deal, right? And Blizzard has hit. You know what, chat? You know what? You guys are right. Historically, Blizzard might have not allowed this stuff, but it's cool to see that over the last couple of years, and especially more recently, Blizzard has really been. They've really embraced the community, and they've embraced these kinds of events and stuff. So. We just hope to see that them continue to do it in the future. So, we appreciate that. Absolutely,
and thank you to Tips in the back end, man. Things happen, but you guys are crushing it, man. This is so fun. I'm excited to jump in all these games, so it happens. It's all good.
Yeah,
you guys are killing it. Thank you guys so much for supporting this event. The casters are killing it. Everyone's killing it. The duelers are amazing. I'll go back to doing a shitty job. See you guys later.
Keep crushing it, bro.
You know what you're not doing a shitty job at, Tips, is actually being an owner of OTK and an owner of Starforge Systems. Yes, StarforgeSystems.com sponsoring this event as well. So if you guys want to check out Starforge Systems mods, if you can spam that link, they have the new custom cases and plate lights. They are phenomenal. They look gorgeous.
In the heart of every home, where wellness begins, Epic Water Filters is your gateway to pure, refreshing hydration. With industry-leading filtration technology, you can trust Epic Water Filters to reduce over 200 dangerous contaminants. And when adventure calls, trust the Epic Water Filter Bottle. Our American-made bottle filter construction ensures pure and safe hydration even on the go. Epic Water Filters. Not just filtered, fortified for health. That's epic.
Here to break the CC, Skull of Impending Doom being used from Sony. Looks like a little chicken being used in the intercept lands. Now, this is big because if Sony advances, he's going to be fighting a Warlock. If Zero advances, he's going to be fighting the Warlock. It's very dependent on the winner here for the next matchup for Mad Knox. Now, Sony gets CC'd and he's trinketing out. One of the reoccurring themes we've seen in this tournament is Warriors being so tanky and Hunters doing a great job against them, but not being able to finish it and seal the deal. And that's kind of what mages have been struggling against warriors. Hunters have been struggling against warriors. Warriors just are so tanky. Like, look at this. So Sony's barely touched Zero. Sony is full life. Zero is 50%. This is the situation as a hunter. It's like, okay, my pet's dead, almost. The warrior's on top of me. Warrior is full life. The resto pot might. Oh, Sony pre-resto potted this. If the trap goes out, it's going to be dispelled. Sony's all over Zero. T's already been used. Zerker stands coming out. Sony might be able to get that intercept off to Zero. And if not, Sony's in a great spot anyway. Intercept lands. Sony looking like a professional here today.
Sony is teeing off on Zeroji right now. And Zeroji is no slouch. I mean, this guy has been on fire all tournament.
Dude.
And just
no one's gonna
like
stop
that,
this guy.
Sony pops the hell off on Zeroji, who has been putting on a clinic all tournament long. Wow.
You're looking at the winner of this tournament.
Unbelievable performance by Sony. Unbelievable performance by Zeroji in this tournament so far. This has been absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible job by Sony in this duel. And wow, that ended quick.
Just for context, Zero, guys, finished very high on the Hunter bracket yesterday. Into today, his first matchup was a Warrior. Zero took out the Warrior, no problem. Next, Zero took out Peo as another melee player, no problem. Next, Zero, is going into Sony, and from Zero's perspective, it's like, oh, another Warrior, business as usual. Let me kill another melee player. And Sony has a whole different game plan. Zero just wasn't ready for it. Sony took him out. I mean, it wasn't even close. Next up, we have the Druid Mirror. But before, or in the next round, we're gonna have Sony against Madnox. And once again, if I was Madnox, I'd be like, damn it. I have to fight Sony, man.
That's a tough one, man.
Go.
It's a tough one. It's a very, very tough one. In that next matchup, we have the Druid Mirror. I am going to go take a quick restroom break as fun, so I will drop it to you. I'll be right back.
Go right ahead. Yeah, man, to see Sony perform as well as he has, and to see Warriors perform as well as they have all tournament has been absolutely unbelievable. And we've got a Druid Mirror here. Gordon going with what I believe is like a Pharaoh Resto hybrid versus Moonfire Beam's Moonfire Spam build, the balance hybrid build. So I really wish we had Soda here for this one because he knows this better than anybody. But we'll be watching this right here. So Gordon is in stealth, waiting for Moonfire Beam to see what they're doing. Moonfire is just sitting in bear form. Just chilling. I wonder what the strat is going to be here. Seeing it is a mirror, but it's a mirror with two different builds. Gordon opening up with a pounce, the Fairy Fire into the bear form. Moonfire coming out with a War Stomp into a Hibernate. Gordon shifts out, and whenever he shifts out, he avoids the Hibernate. But of course, he does burn mana. Doing so, he gets slept. Moonfire coming out and hitting a regrowth, trying to heal up, keep his health high, and he has the Bear Off Peasant Collar out, and he's casting a Starfire, trying to kill the pet. It looks like, or no, excuse me, he's engaging on Gordon here. Gordon uses his Tidal Charm, gets back to him, and you are not going to be able to kite. Really, Moonfire's strength here is going to be the ability to kite in most duels. Whereas now, when you're facing another Druid, they're going to be stuck on top of each other constantly. So Moonfire doesn't have the same ability to be able to get at range, get a range advantage against Gordon. And Gordon being a deeper feral hybrid build with a Resto, I think is going to have an advantage here. Moonfire is starting to separate a little bit, but it's not going to be quite enough. Moonfire's mana is looking low. He's under 40% already. It looks like he popped a mana potion and was able to get his mana back up. Gordon's mana we'll see whenever he switches out of form. And Moonfire sitting in bear form. He has the bleeds ticking on him. He has the bleed damage ticking through from cat form, which is going to cut directly through his armor whenever Moonfire goes into bear form, and he is just ticking him away with dots, keeping that Fairy Fire up for his physical damage, hitting the Moonfires whenever he can, just constantly ticking away at his health. Getting the big bash, getting into the Arcane Bomb, stunning into the Arcane Bomb is going to allow him to hit it. It's very hard to hit an Arcane Bomb on a Druid, and Moonfire is low. He is currently at 22% with a Rocket Helm, and Gordon is ready to tee off on him. He's probably going to go for a re-stealth pounce out of form. Let's see what happens here. Is he able to finish? Boom, there it is. Great job by Gordon Ramsay. Great job by Gordon Ramsay. Just like we suspected, he was going to have the advantage in that duel against Moonfire's balanced hybrid build. Not being able to take advantage of his ability to kite, which he normally can, against the other classes. However, not in this case against Gordon Ramsay's Feral Druid build.
Oh my gosh, it's already over? I was expecting the Druid mirror to go forever.
Well, I think it would have if they were the same spec.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
Gordon was playing that Feral build, so that so he wasn't able to get away. Moonfire wasn't able to get away.
Wow. So Gordon just slayed it. So Gordon's moving on. That's pretty important for the bracket as well. You know, seeing a Druid up there is great because, with a lot of different warriors and warlocks and stuff. I'm curious how like Gordon's going to do against a super great warlock or something like that. But it's good to see his name so high. We have Hydra versus Jay up next. Hydra got that win against Lapon with the unfortunate circumstance, but Hydra gets to kind of prove himself against another warrior here, Jay, up in a second, seeing if he can have that same type of strategy with no debuffs or anything like that. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And the winner of this duel will face Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, and that'll be another great matchup. If I'm Gordon, I could either fight a priest or I could fight a warrior. I mean, I don't even know. Both of those seem hard from the Druid Pov. But man, warriors have just been doing so well in the tournament. I don't know if I'd want to fight a warrior, especially as Feral, like going head to head with that warrior as the Feral. So maybe I'm actually rooting for Hydra here. Dual flag has been dropped. Competitors 10 yards from the flag, as per the rules. Gonna get it started here shortly. Looks like Jay has 57 rage. Probably wants to start any second, and there he goes. Improved hamstring right away. Arcane Bomb lands. I love the opener. We have the Shadow Reflector pop and the Enrage for the Fear. So the Fear breaks instantly. Hydra just turtling and shielding himself and waiting for the next Fear to give himself a relief from the unrelenting damage of Jay.
Yeah, I think with Jay, a lot of what we see with warriors is similar with with warriors to warlocks is a little bit similar to warriors with Shadow Priest. Being able to avoid those fears, that Psychic Scream is going to be a pretty big deal. But these Blackout procs are brutal, man. The Blackout procs stacking up against Jay, allowing him to get so much, allowing Hydra to get so much distance. Jay closing the gap, getting in there, charging in there, and being able to stick to him as much as possible. Hydra is just spamming Dispels, trying to make sure Jay has as few buffs as possible. He gets his Mind Flay pummeled, Shadow locked, and he will be able to fear again very, very soon. Very shortly, he will be able to fear again.
I think Jay is playing undead despite looking like a human currently. There's the tuber. The kick looks like it either missed or actually missed. And then Jay's at 15% life already. Wow, Hydra is just mind flaying him down. Is that going to be it? Oh my gosh, Hydra came to play. Look at that. He's just killing him in the opener. I was expecting a lot different duel than that. Hydra, I mean, I was going to say earn my respect. Hydra, you already had my respect. But now he's the Warrior Slayer, taking them all out. Hydra is going to be making it to the next round. Congratulations. That was a masterclass of a Shadow Priest. That didn't even look close. Hydra was like, you know what? I'll just pretend I'm PvEing here and mind flay the warrior down. They got, the casters say warriors are raid bosses. Well, I'll treat them like a raid boss and min-max my PvE damage. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, the fact that he just stood in there the entire time and just was spamming mind flay, and it was a DPS race, and he was not able to. Jay was not able to out DPS him straight up. I mean, that was insane. No need to kite. No need to do nothing.
It's not what you would really expect, right? Like you would expect, okay, if a priest is going to stand still against a warrior, the warrior's going to rip right through the priest. And Jay had trouble building rage, and Jay had trouble connecting damage. I think the pummel, did it just miss? I don't know if it missed or if it missed, right? Like, and it didn't land, and Hydra just trained him down. It was crazy. The Shadow Priest have that Shadow form, which is physical damage reduction, I believe 20%, and just tanked the damage and killed him. Next up, Big Sad versus Infestors. Both of these players had a great showing today. We've seen Warlocks just do really well in general. Shaman's going pretty fast. If we can get an inspect on Big Sad, it'd be great to see the talents and the gear. Looks like that two-hander is equipped. We have that Shadow Reflector on. The Glimmering Mithril Insignia for the Fear immunity for 30 seconds. We have big 5-set or 6-set pieces gear on. We have the 100 HP Librum. That Mithril Insignia from the Blacksmithing makes all the difference. As Fear immunity for 30 seconds. Into a Warlock, I mean, that's the item you want if you're Big Sad.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, that thing is That thing is so strong. I mean, I've had it myself whenever I was playing Classic, and I mean when I was playing Vanilla, and it's just such a powerful tool.
Yeah, the Goblin Rocket Helm charge right off the bat from Infestor, killing all of the totems, building some distance as well. Looks like the Warlock will probably want to swap the helm. So drop combat, swap off that helm now that it's on cooldown. No reason to keep it on. So right there, he probably swapped. We get the Fear casted with the Curse of Tongues. Fear might have resisted. Curse of Tongues lands. Not what you want to see. You have the Tidal Charm connecting from Infestor into the full Fear. This one doesn't resist. 19-second CC from the Warlock. Of course, the damage and the heartbeat will make it break a little sooner. Train Mana's coming out. Looks like Infestor sticking to the strategy of burning the mana of the Shaman and trying not to die in the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, the Big Sad, as you can see, is trying to stick to him as much as possible. Trying to stick as close to him as possible, not only for I mean, this is excuse me. He's an enhanced shaman, so he's trying to come in, trying to get that big win free procs on him, trying to do the big burst damage that enhanced shamans try and do, and really just keep it on him. He fakes the Earth Shock, able to get the Fear out right here.
Nice coil into the CC combo. Juan's coming down to kill the totems. Another Arcane Bomb drops. Does it land? It looks like evasion from Big Sad on the bomb, which is great. Another Arcane Bomb, though, onto the Warlock. This one lands. That's a 5-second silence. That kind of turns the tides. Hellstone to top him off a little bit there. Life taps will surely have to come out. Big Chain Lightning from Big Sad. Infestor popping the, what's that, Noggenfogger Elixir. Urshot coming in. Big Sad looking to close it off. Infestor's pet is dead. He fell Dom summons another one. Almost expected a Voidwalker for the shield to come out because Infestor is so low. There's another life tap. Almost no mana to work with. Big Sad in hot pursuit. Infestor's gonna fall. It looks like he's gonna fall. That's a flask. Puts him back to 17% life. 3 flasks allowed per day. Infestor gets Earth Shocked. He fakes the cast. Re-fears. Big Sad's not happy with that. Fear breaks early. Infestor on the run. Curse of Agony ticking down Big Sad. I mean, it is close. Frost Shock lands. Big Sad closed the gap. A couple more auto swings could finish it off. Infestor at 2% off to the life tap. Are you kidding me? Another Fear. Oh my gosh, Infestor's 1%. I can't believe he went for the life tap there. Infestor, you gotta run, bro.
I don't know how he's alive right now, man.
This is nuts. If Infestor takes any damage at all, he's dead. The pet is running after the Shaman. Shaman mana pots back up instead of the health pot, which is also another crazy play. The Chain Lightning being casted, decides to Frost Shock. It's gonna be it.
No!
Magic Dust! Magic Dust!
Oh, it breaks!
Casting the Fear! He should have casted the Fear! Is that a tremor? He tremored the Magic Dust as fan! He tremored it!
Dude, that's amazing, dude. The Tremor Totem breaking in the Magic Dust. Huge, man.
He pre-tremored.
Play by Big Sad. Unbelievable, dude. Holy hell, dude. Bro. Big Sad taking out Infestor, one of the top Warlocks in the tournament. Wow.
Bro, that Magic Dust is an instant cast ability. Just for context for everyone in the chat. It's not like the Warlock was casting a Fear and you threw down a Tremor. That's not what happened. Magic Dust is an instant ability. You get it from the Elementals in Westfall, all right? It's a 20-second sleep. The sleep can break to the Tremor pulses. The Shaman had the foresight of, this Magic Dust could come. If I get CC'd, the Warlock can reset. Let me throw down the Tremor on the instant cast. It's similar to like Deathing a Blind. Really well played from the Shaman there. Definitely deserves to advance to the next round. We do see a Warlock indeed fallen. Oh my gosh. Dude, we have Snuts versus J-Law next. This might be the biggest match of the day. This could spell out...
This could change the outcome of the entire tournament. This is, I believe, is this the first Warrior that Snuts has fought?
No, second, I think. But
second Warrior. But it's the first today, and J-Law is a top flight warrior. I mean, this is going to be one hell of a matchup. Snuts, one of the greats. J-Law, one of the great warriors. I mean, this is the one to watch, man. You do not want to miss this duel right here.
So I know Zico's tuning in right now. You know why? Because if J-Law wins, Zico has a great shot at winning this whole thing. If Snuts wins, Zico has to fight Snuts, eventually, probably. And the whole tournament hinges on this match. If the Warrior takes out Snuts, here it is. Dual flags dropped. I can't wait. Snuts trading the opener. The pet is out so we can sack the pet for the shield. No Fell Hunter here. Okay, we have the charge being expended from J-Law and the helm being expended from Snuts. Snuts dropping combat, swapping helms, keeping J-Law in combat. Charge with the Fab Death Coil coming out to respond. Beautifully played and responded to from Snuts here. If that Death Coil didn't come out, J-Law is going to start shredding through Snuts' life. Now Snuts, brilliant positioning, staying far, making sure J-Law cannot connect for even a second, because if he does, Snuts is going to get ripped with that J-Law damage.
Dude, this is dude, he was so far out of range, we lost sight of him. Literally, the draw, he's farther than draw distance right now. So he's mounting up. He's gonna get back in on this, and he's probably gonna get in combat. I would expect him to get in combat before he's able to charge, but he may have to go with an intercept, which is exactly what we see. Intercept into a hamstring, and he pops wreck. He pops wreck right onto him. So he's trying to tee off on him right now. Gets title charmed. Snuts trying to keep his distance as much as possible, continue to keep his health up. He does sack the pet, and he casts another one. There's a lot of absorb. Sorry, there's a lot of absorb coming up, and does not sack the pet yet. But he continues. There it is. Okay, he did sack the pet.
Oh.
There it is. He did sack the pet right there, and then he is absorbing, not allowing J-Law to generate any rage. Not allowing J-Law to generate any rage while J-Law is trying to tee off on Snuts. Pops Berserker Rage, stops the fear, hamstring, continuing to stick to him as much as possible. This is one of the biggest duels of the entire tourney. J-Law with an AGM, Grandmaster Trinket, being able to go with some absorbs, we're gonna add some absorb to him, gets feared away, wills, intercepts back, sticking to him. There is just an onslaught from J-Law, and Snuts is standing tall, hardly taking any damage, avoiding everything he possibly can, dropping the sleep and disengaging.
Snuts used the first T of the tournament. He used 0 Ts yesterday to go 5-0. The first one expanded out of 3. Snuts would only pull the T out if he felt like he needed to. So J-Law is a really big opponent here for Snuts. There's the Magic Dust from Snuts to reset, and the Magic Dust from J-Law. Will of Forsaken immediately. Another Death Coil coming in. J-Law getting low. If Snuts takes him out, that could be GG. We have another pet sacrifice. A full fear from J-Law. J-Law's looking like he might fall. Another health potion used. He's back up to 30%. There's the drain life coming out. J-Law is so scared. Another fate coming out from Snuts. Well played. There's the mortal strike. Damn. Drain life taking Snuts down. The Mithril Dragon Link's not gonna be enough. J-Law falls and Snuts advances. That's amazing, man.
Wow, what a duel. What a duel. Dude, Snuts, to be able to stand strong and just be getting absolutely railed by J-Law and not even skipping a beat.
This Warlock.
Bro, speaking of beat, like what's my beats per minute right now? I'm like freaking out over here. We need to talk to Zico. We need to get Zico in here and see how he's feeling.
I think we should. I think absolutely we should. Let me see if let me get out on the field there. Let me have a word with him.
Druid's taking this.
Perfect. That last game, man. My breath. I'm like freaking out over there, man. We have a live interview out on the field. Looks like Esfont. He's actually gonna go and talk to the competitors.
Yes, hello. I'm out here on the field right now. Can you guys hear me? Zarya, can you hear me?
Yo.
I can hear you.
Oh, hey, we're here. How's it going, Zico?
Hello. It's going well. That's fun. Wait, let me walk up to you there. I'm being a little bit shy here.
Oh yeah, please. Don't be shy. Don't be shy, Zico. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. You know, we've had a great run so far. Had a couple of tough games, but overall it's been pretty smooth sailing. I gotta be fighting off against Bean. You know, the man does have 100% lose rate against me in tournaments, but anything can happen today. You know, so we'll see.
Wow. No, that's crazy. Now, if when this tournament started, if we were to tell you, who do you expect to face in the tournament? Is it Bean or Mez at Hunter? Who would you have said?
Oh, that's a tough one. It's a really tough one. I think Bean has a little bit more classic experience, but Mez, he's been putting in the work too. I think I would have to go with Bean though. Yeah, he's just a little bit better, I would say, because of that experience.
So how are you afraid of this matchup coming up at all? Do you think Bean has an opportunity to take you out?
I mean, you can never count out Bean, but I feel like yeah, you know, statistically speaking, it's not looking too good for him.
Okay. Well, how about we talk to Bean right here? Bean.
Yeah.
Go ahead and come on over here. Bean, don't be shy.
Oh, he's muted.
Bean, get your ass over here.
Do my buffs. I can't. Can I be Sony?
Do your buffs, okay?
Dude, there's no more, like...
This guy right here, dude, Zico just talks so much shit about you, dude.
Yeah, listen, Zico, we never had fucking pots, buddy, alright? Like, just wait, bucko.
Oh.
Yeah, you fucking little mage ass with 2 fucking blocks, can't be CC'd ass, like, motherfucking ass. Sorry.
Zico, you should have heard what Bean said about you before the tournament privately to me.
Oh my
what
God.
is it?
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh my God. That, Bean, he talks a lot, but at the end of the day, he had the easiest bracket out of anyone here. So.
Oh, dude, no fucking warlocks in your bracket, motherfucking. I guess you're my bracket. Anyway, true. Yeah. We love our bracket.
Yeah, we do love the bracket.
Don't be mean to the bracket. Sometimes you get lucky with the brackets. Don't be mean. You can be mean to the bracket another time, but today, Zico, I don't think you can be mean to the bracket because that bracket is doing not that you need it, but it's doing you some favors, isn't it?
It has been doing me some favors thus far, but like, it could be better, right? It could be worse as well. Like, my bracket's been good, but has it been Snuts level good? Getting a bye in round 1, fighting greens. Like, I don't know, dude. I had a decent bracket.
You heard it here first, folks. Zico's words exactly. Snuts does not deserve to be in this round. That's exactly what I just heard him say. That's
True.
Word for word what he said. So we'll see if he gets a chance to back it up later. And you guys are about to face off right now. Or here soon. Excuse me. Soon. You guys are. Is it right now or soon? Zarya, can you hear me in the studio?
I can hear you, S-Fan. It looks like we do have a Zico versus Bean matchup coming up next. This is going to be a big one. Bean's pretty confident. So is Zico. We'll see how it unfolds.
All right. Well, back to you, Zarya. We'll see these guys on the battlefield.
Good luck to Bean. Good luck to Zico. Thanks for that interview. That was great. Mage versus Hunter is going to be a good one. It's going to be one of those duels where the Hunter is looking to escape and the Mage is crowding the plate. And what's so cool about this duel specifically is Mage is always the class that runs away. Mage is always the class that turtles it out. And in this matchup, it's the opposite. Mages are running.
How white do you think your teeth really are? Let's try the tissue test.
All right,
Still yellow. Obviously, whitening toothpaste can only do so much.
That's because there's toothpaste white and there's Crest 3D White Strips White. Whitening toothpaste only works on the surface, but Crest 3D White Strips safely work below the enamel surface, whitening like a $400 professional treatment.
So much whiter.
The #1 teeth whitening brand in America. Crest. And try Crest Whitening Emulsions for daily whitening with virtually no sensitivity.
We see you, putting on your brave face. Cancer happens, and we're here to be brave with you.
Go and see if these little fuckers ate all the candy yet.
Providing support to patients. Providing free lodging during treatment. And with more than 1 million volunteers working for all of us. Together, we can end cancer as we know it, for everyone.
You know why they call him the dead lilac, right?
Dust from Bean after the block. Magic Dust will forsake from Zico. Zico blinks in. There's a Viper Sting ticking. A lot of stuff happening. Magic Dust to reply from Zico. Zico Elixir of Poisons the Viper Sting off. Goes back into range and the nets Bean. Very beautiful exchange from both players. But Bean, though, short end of the stick. Big Frostbolt's coming in. Frostbite RNG going Zico's way. Big Frostbolt. Connect Cold connects. That's big damage. Zico's trying to raise Bean to the finish. And this is exactly what he has to do. There's the second scatter trap. Zico is going to have to block this one. Looks like the trap resists. Bean sees it resisted, uses the helm instead as the backup CC. Incredibly played from both players. Bean probably swapping out that helm. There's the Viper Sting. Zico can't quite get rid of that because he's in the CC. There's the Elixir of Poison resist now. Zico's playing the max range very well, pushing into Bean, but he's going to have to close the gap. He's going to have to push in somehow, some way. Bean's pet is out in the middle of the field, getting slowed. Bean's pulling it back. Beans has the chance here to potentially kite Zico out. The blink into the Goblin Rocket Helm to close a 100-yard gap.
What an aggressive play by Zico coming in to CC Bean and try to take out the pet, trying to get the pet out of the picture entirely and make it a one-on-one, mano-y-mano, no pet, fisticuffs. Let's see if he gets this trap off, and he does. Oh, but he has the poison on him.
The poison!
Oh,
Poison
no.
breaking the trap there is huge. If that trap didn't break, I don't know how Zico, I mean, Zico might have had that second ice block. The magic dust resist, so a little bit of RNG going both ways. Zico out of mana, popping the major mana pot, going back up to 34%. Bean landing some swings, big frostbolt connects, but Bean is very tanky. Bean waiting for that 3, 2, 1 for the poison to fall off for this next scatter trap play. Let's see it happen. There's the Kona Cold scatter trap right when the poison falls. Feign death to drop combat. Trap lands. That's the last ice block of Zico. If Bean can make it one more DR, one more scatter trap, Bean will win this. Zico will have nothing left. The Viper Sting comes out, but Zico's there's the full poly and the evocate. That's Zico's last defense. Bean, though, ticking every second for that next scatter trap. Zico has no cooldowns remaining. Bean doesn't look super healthy either, though, but with 34% mana, he can still do another scatter trap here. That scatter trap can land. He can kite Zico out. If he can do that, Bean can actually win this duel.
We'll see if he pulls this off here. Wait until the last second on that Frostbolt. Combo counterspell into a Kona Cold. Gets the scatter off. Sleep. Will. No, he missed the trap. No.
You can't trap. Well, counterspelled. So Zico pre-CS the scatter. That was an MLG play. Rank 1 play there. If he didn't do that, Zico might have lost. Now Bean needs to wait for the next trap. The chicken eating the trap. Zico playing out of his damn mind. Wow. This is insane to witness. We have the Frostbite proc. Bean trinketing out. Zico is not letting him escape. There's the magic dust once again. Zico getting back in range. This is amazing. Zico once again knows he's in the lead, but doesn't want to blow it. Drinks just for a second for another little bit of mana tick. There's another counter.
No way!
Out of his mind. This is incredible. The trap does go off, though. Bean needs to reset this. He doesn't have much time. He was CC'd. The gnomish cloaking device comes out.
Oh, but the
heartbeat breaks. Zico's insane.
Chicken will not let Bean go.
Oh no, Zico all over him. How is Bean not gonna die here? A magic dust half DR comes out. Remember, magic dust shares DR with the trap. If that,
so good.
Oh no, Bean won't be able to get away. I think Zico has done it. 20% life. Another flask has been used. Bean has 16%. And Bean is gonna fall. Another flask, back to 20. But what is Bean gonna do? What is he really gonna do? The Frost Nova comes out into the Kona Cold. Zico is a masterclass mage. Wand after wand. Bean back into the sleep. Zico gonna drink back up. And I don't think there's anything Bean can do to get himself out of this one.
Dude, I just love the respect. Like, he goes and he's like, look, I'm just gonna play it slow. I have the dust, use it, finish it off. What an amazing duel, man.
Yeah,
what
it's
an amazing duel. And
crazy
that
like
could have
that.
gone,
Like,
that could have gone so differently if Bean
like
was able
under
to land
a month.
that trap.
These dudes level to
off the
60
counterspell.
and get
if
like
he was
pull
able
out
to land
all
that,
the stops.
That's
Like,
a
everything
definitive
you can
turning
get.
point where it's like, boom, it is done. It is
Everything,
over.
all the best gear.
Immediately, full tilt.
All the
Zico was
consumables
just
you can
driving into Bean, and Bean was just on his back
all
heels,
kinds
just
of
taking
different
it
like
nonstop.
pets
So,
and just
I mean,
like,
that was a really, really, really good play by Bean. Up until that point, that's whenever Zico took over, and Zico moves on to the next round. Unbelievable.
I don't think Zico would have won without landing those clutch counterspells. I really don't.
100%.
The counterspell made all the difference. If Zico didn't pre-counterspell not one, but two of the scatter traps in the clutch, he lost. And there was so many mechanical things happening in that duel.
These
like
dudes,
it was
like every one
trap,
of these guys.
And then when the scatter trap
so
was
prepared.
ice blocked, it was magic dusted from Bean, but then Will of
I have like
Forsaken
4
from
days
Zico,
playing
and
on
then
my character,
the
and I'm
rocket
level
helm, and then another
36.
CC break. It was just back and forth. It was like seeing the highest level
Yo,
chess match. It was so
wait, you
so
watching
great.
this?
It was amazing.
You are now, dude.
Man.
Stick around. This is like the
that was
end
an
of the end of the
unbelievable
whole thing.
duel. It was great to watch. Huge play by Zico at the end there, and yeah, I mean that's That's par for the course. That's what we expected out of this bracket. We thought that Zico was going to come out on top. We thought that he had favorable matchups all the way up the ladder, and we're here. So
I mean, Zico's going to take it, I think. It's going to be Zico, Sony, or
we're going to have an interview
Snuts.
coming up. Esfand, get back to the field, bro.
I gotta get out there with my microphone.
We have Sony versus Madnox. This is the next matchup we're going to see, guys, in the semifinals. We have Warrior
Kalia
versus Warlock up next, and Esfand's going out there to speak with them live in person and kind of collect their thoughts.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Barely, yeah. What's up?
Yeah, barely, yeah.
There, I left my microphone on the desk. That's what happened. Hello. Or I mean, in the broadcast truck. That's what happened. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, for real?
I'm good.
Damn, I gotta check that out.
This is what I heard before. I heard there was a lot of smack talk between you guys. Is this true?
Dude, I tried to like half-heartedly smack talk because I got the vibe he was like a nice guy, and then he just started like complimenting me and just saying all kinds of stuff. Like
Wow.
We're just hanging out, honestly.
Mad Knox would do that. Mad Knox.
Yeah, me too.
How dare you say those terrible things to Sony?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just born that way, I guess.
Sure, man. Yeah.
Wow, man, you can just hear the hate and vitriol in his voice.
Sony's gonna win this.
It's obviously going to be
it's going to be Sony, Snuts, or
personal match between Sony and Mad Knox. I don't think either of these guys like each other. I don't think either of these guys will ever like each other.
Nope. I hate this guy, man.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. This guy has been super respectful. He's a really good Warlock. We faced off in the qualifiers, and I'm excited to do it again.
Yeah, Sony was my only loss in the qualifiers, and now we're meeting again, so let's see.
Esfand,
you ready, brother?
Ask Madnox if he learned anything from watching the duels today.
I'm hearing in the studio. We have a question from the studio. Did you learn anything from watching the duels today, Madnox?
Yes and no. I feel like it's really hard to do some of the tactics that other Warlocks try to do versus Warriors. Snuts is like really good mechanically, so he can pull it off. But yeah, it's hard.
But
it's
you're
hard.
Better, right?
Sure.
Wow, significantly better. That's amazing. That's quite the words, Madnox.
Let's do it.
All right. We'll see you guys back. We'll see you guys on the battlefield here shortly. We got Madnox and Sony coming right up. Zaru, back to you in the studio.
Great. This is such an exciting matchup to see, right? Once again, it's a big one.
Sony.
Warlock versus Warrior. Sony has played quite a bit of Warlocks. It sounds like these guys did face off in the qualifying rounds, and Sony did win. See if we can see Sony take him out in a similar fashion. I was asking Madnox maybe if there was anything he learned, because we have seen this duel go both ways. It does seem very difficult, and it seems like an uphill battle for Madnox. I know, Madnox, you can still hear me, can't you, buddy? Good luck on your duel, bro.
Thank you, man.
You're still hanging out in here. That's great. Good luck on your duel. In just a second, you could. I don't want to distract you in this upcoming duel, though. If you want to mute me, that'd be maybe advantageous. We have duel flag about to be dropped. Sony's full rage here, and looks like he's ready to go, man.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one, man. Sony's, this is a good matchup for the Warrior. This is the Warlock's worst matchup, actually, from what we've seen so far. And Sony's coming prepared. Sony, I think he came out of yesterday with a target on the back of the Warlocks. So he said, look, I've got everything down. If I can compete well against the Warlocks, then I'm going to be doing
dude is stacked.
Fantastic tomorrow. So let's see. He opens up with a charge right here. Charge into an arcane bomb. You've got the improved hamstring proc while he's silenced, and he's really getting a chance to tear into him right now. Madnox has got those absorb shields up, preventing Sony from building any rage. Getting feared out, getting separated from him. Berserker Rage to stop the fear, and he's going to go and he's going to re-engage on him while he's getting dotted up. You got the Curse of Agony ticking. You have the Corruption ticking, and Sony is wailing on him. Madnox goes and he Feldom, so he does a sack Feldom with the Void Walker to get even more of an Absorb Shield up, and as you can see, Sony is running dry right now. He's hardly generating any rage with those Absorb Shields running. He finally got through that Absorb Shield, and we can expect to see Madnox go in after that fear He will probably be using that that pet again to get a pet sack. He has almost no mana already, running drain lives. I would expect him to sack the pet here soon.
Warlocks
Fear
have been
being
really
casted
good.
from
They've
Mad
been real-
Nox.
they've
Sony
been-
not
they've
going to
pretty
get
much
faked
dominated.
here. Another Zerker Rage coming up preemptively. Arcane Bomb, silence for 5 seconds. Not what Mad Nox wanted. Second sack coming
both of
through,
his
as you
pets are dead
mentioned,
now,
and
right? You already
Sony's
did
going to have
one
difficulty
resummon.
building Rage. Sony's getting very dangerously low, waiting for those dots to fall off. Maybe he's going to be able to get a first aid or a bandage tick off here. Mad Nox, though,
the
not
Diamond
happy. Yeah. Oh, the Diamond Flask set. That's great. He gets the charge.
Diamond Flask.
Really well played from Sony here. Mad Nox, that shield's about to follow. The life tap coming through because he's close to out of mana. The fake on the pummel from Mad Nox, very well played. But the Mortal Strike's coming in. It might not matter. He's a couple percent away from getting executed here from Sony. 21% shadow locked, and that's going to seal the deal. Sony moving to the semifinals.
Bye-bye.
Huge lockout on the pummel. Pummeled the fear.
I think this dude's gonna win.
He faked it and then tried it again. Sony got it right away on the second fear. Huge play. I mean, Sony's on fire right now, man. This is Sony's redemption arc
Warlocks
a little bit.
have, on the whole,
getting
they've pretty
to come
much
out and
been
getting to perform.
the bane for any class. But I don't know. I tell you, what are Zico? It's Zico or Sony at this point.
Every parent knows when it's time to go into protect mode. Adding Lysol laundry sanitizer kills 99.9% of illness-causing bacteria detergents leave behind. Clean is good, sanitized is better.
It'd be interesting to see if the Druid can pull something off.
Boom! Dusty! Light work, easy money. I ate this dude's lunch. Back to the lobby! Not good, not me! Just get good, bro! Just get good! I gamed like I had plus 50 toughness, but really, I'm plus 100 afraid.
Hey, life can be scary, but State Farm supports you.
I feel plus 250 relief.
Hey, thank you. Of course, man.
Pass the ball!
Like a good neighbor.
Where are you watching it, Wade? Maybe I'm watching it from the wrong guy. I don't know. I'm just watching it on Zardy's channel.
The next level of nerds.
Big set.
Nerds Gummy Clusters. A crunchy outside with a sweet gummy center.
One of those guys,
Nerds.
if not both
Shake
of them, I
things
think are
up.
Druids.
One of the most decorated players of all time. Absolutely incredible Shadow Priest, and it's just a pleasure to get to watch him play in Gordon. Classic expert. He's done incredibly well in the
Damn, I don't
qualifiers and up in this tournament so far. To you, Sven.
Yeah, thank you, Zaryu. I'm here with Hydra right now. I'm here with Hydra, and Gordon will be joining us shortly. Hydra, how do you feel about the tournament so far?
Awesome, man. Yeah. My main goal was
that's
getting
good
top
work.
priest, which we done. So pressure's off a
Shadow
bit. I think
Priest
we didn't waste our
versus,
time.
I think it's a feral Druid.
Pretty much never play Shadow, so yeah, doing alright.
I'm glad to hear that, man. It's you've never played Shadow. You're performing as well as you thought you could perform. So what made you decide to go Shadow Priest?
I tested all the specs, and Shadow made me the most moist.
Oh, there you go. That's so your moist meter was high.
Yeah.
Well, that's great to hear, man. That's usually how I determine what I want to do on any given day about anything. So you're facing Gordon Ramsay. Did you hear what Gordon said like 20 minutes ago about you?
I just hope he doesn't start shouting at me mid-duel, man.
Yeah, he might. Gordon, what do you have to say for yourself?
In context of what? What's the context here?
Oh, you said he was a great guy and you can't wait to duel him.
Oh yeah, he's the best, man. Look at him standing next to me. He is just looking like an absolute. His wallet is looking mighty thick right now too. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow, Hydra, can you believe he would say that about you? That is so crazy.
Yeah, no, I'll take it.
I'm not gonna yell at him. Okay, I can't get banned. All right, guys. I'm not gonna pull a Gordon. All right.
Gordon,
we respect our competitors.
I want to hear this. So did you go with like a Feral Resto hybrid build? What build are you running?
I am deep Feral because every other Druid build is so boring.
There we go.
That's it.
So going for the style over the performance that we've seen from other people. So Soda
Feral,
yesterday
baby.
said Deep Feral is stupid and nobody should ever play it. But here you are, deep into the Starforge Hardcore Mokgohra Finals. So how does that make you feel?
Well, just let me remind Soda that I beat him in a duel to qualify for the first ever CDL as Feral, all right? All right? Soda? No, I'm kidding. I generally think, though, for this tournament format, that Feral just is overall better just because of the ruling for like protection potions and whatnot. So it kind of fit my niche already because I main Feral forever. So just wanted to roll with that and prove it wrong, or prove everyone wrong.
Playing to your strengths. So we got two different strategies coming up in this next matchup. Hydra trying a new build for the tournament. He's never played Shadow before. And Gordon Ramsay, on the other hand, playing his tried and true deep Feral spec, despite other druids maybe saying it's not as good, and winning some mirror matches and stuff too. Really showing up and playing late into the tournament. So we're excited to see what's going to happen next. And back to you, Zaryu, in the studio.
Hydra buff waiting room. They wanted to buff him.
That's perfect. I also just wanted to congratulate Gordon. I believe he is the top-ranked druid in the tournament, and to Hydra for being the top-ranked priest, which guarantees them each $6,250 of that remaining prize pool, which is pretty awesome to see. We have Warlock still battling out for that top Warlock spot. Mad Nox and Snuts, of course, still in the tournament. And it looks like Zico is that top mage. Big Sad is that top shaman, and we have a couple other spots that might have some tiebreakers or something like that we still have to see. But for some of these players, that is awesome, man, especially like Hydra was saying, for a priest, it might just be the goal, not to win the tournament, but to come top priest. And Hydra's like, that's what I wanted to do. Maybe Hydra's goal was to never, win the entire thing, but if he could be that top-rated priest, that's why he picked priest, and it looks like he did it. And so congrats to Gordon and to Hydra. And we're going to see these two behemoths battle it out here in just a second. Gordon with a full, deep, feral spec. Hydra with that Shadow Priest spec, and I think Hydra is being a bit humble. He says he's never played Shadow, but he is such a Priest legend that I know he could pick it up real quick, and Gordon with that familiarity with that Feral spec, it'll be really cool to see how it goes out. Hydra, though, in his last few matchups, slaying these melee players like they are barely a threat. He's so tanky. He's doing so much damage that if I was Gordon, I might be a little scared here. You know what I mean? I might be a little scared if I was Gordon to face the mind flays of Hydra.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Sorry, I took a little bit longer to come back. I was dragging some sand into here. But yeah, no, we are back. I think this is going to be really exciting to see. I mean, we're probably going to see more of. So what we saw earlier with that matchup was we saw the Shadow Priest trying really hard to stick to Druids, which was very difficult because the Druids have so much mobility, and that's a weak point for Shadow Priests. So they really got to hope for the Blackout procs.
Oh, they're out now.
Even if they Mind Flay, they're slowing you a little bit.
Those kids are out now.
But they're not. You're not moving while they are moving, and they're moving faster. So that percentage decrease isn't really that strong. Gordon's build is the opposite. Being that deep Feral build, he's going to want to engage on Hydra and really fight him toe-to-toe. And I think what we're going to see here is going to be something probably different than any other Priest Druid matchup that we've seen. And we might see a little bit of what we saw with the last Shadow Priest matchup, where you're just standing there toe-to-toe and just spamming Mind Flay at some point even. Who knows? But I don't necessarily think that's going to be what's going to happen, but it could be interesting to see. It'll be a very different matchup.
Yeah, and looking at these brackets, we're really getting there, man. We have the semi-finalists, Zico and Sony, and Gordon and Hydra, and Big Sad and Snuts are going to be battling it out for those final two spots in the semifinals. After that, we see Zico versus Sony. The winner of that will advance to the grand finals, and then from there, we're going to have the winner of Gordon versus Hydra versus the winner versus Snuts and Big Sad also duke it out for the grand final spot. So we're really getting towards the end of today, and some of the best matches we've seen yet are about to happen.
It was like
we said, next up, it's going to be Feral Druid versus Shadow Priest, the top Priest versus the top Druid in the entire OTK Hardcore Mokgohra Tournament here today. And then next up, we have the Warlock versus Shaman matchup, and there are still two Warlocks fighting it out for that top Warlock spot, and some of these other ones we'll have to figure out exactly who's coming out on top. But here we have duelers moving into position here. Just to remind you all, this is a Mokgohra tournament. What Mokgohra means is you're dueling to the death. One of these players will die momentarily here today. Gordon and Hydra have put in hundreds of hours into preparing and leveling these tunes in classic hardcore World of Warcraft, and one of them will fall.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, this is going to be a big duel. This is going to be an exciting one to watch. Very, very, very exciting to watch. And looks like we're getting started right here.
Gordon's opening up on the Hydra. Pounce coming out. Goblin Rocket helmet from Hydra. Probably go with the spam purges here. Make sure Gordon has absolutely 0 buffs to help out, you know, his duel here. Hydra after the spam purge. It's going to be a little bit lower mana, but it's definitely worth the trade. A full fear would be likely to come out here in a second. Looks like a Mithril Dragonling and Barov's trinket. So and a Schick and a lot of different pets here from Hydra. Blackout proc. It's exactly what Hydra's looking for. Fear still off of cooldown, and a Mind Blast, Mind Flake combo connects. Gordon just taking so much damage, and the Shadow Reflector isn't going to stop as much as Gordon wanted it to.
Wow. Yeah, no, this is exactly what we mentioned we might see. It's really just standing toe-to-toe. A lot of what we saw against the Warrior matchup for the Shadow Priest, where Hydra is just able to tee off, man.
Oh my gosh, this looks so one-sided. Hydra standing his ground with the Mind Flays, just like he's done to all the Warriors, and Gordon's gonna meet the same fate. It's not gonna be enough. He's 1%. The Shadowward Pain will finish him off.
Damn.
Hydra taking out all of the melee players with a single Mind Flay. Very impressive. Man, if I am any of these players, I'm scared to fight Hydra. I mean, he just stands his ground and just kills them. It didn't even. It looks so one-sided. So well played, man.
Yeah, that was absolutely wild. I mean, we mentioned it. I didn't know if that was exactly what was going to happen, but that was. I mean, that was exactly what we saw happen with the Warrior. So no, that was very, very impressive. I mean, these guys. So Shadow Form actually has massive physical damage reduction. And even though they're a cloth wearer, they have like something like 15% physical damage reduction when they're in shadow form. So against any sort of physical class like that, they're just avoiding so much damage. So they're able to stand tall there and be able to take those hits and dish out a hell of a lot of damage.
I don't know where the hell you get them in the world.
Shadow Priest melt phases in PvP.
Seems like people
everybody knows it. Everybody's said it for years. Shadow Priest melt phases in PvP, and we just saw it happen there against a very, very good Druid. The winner of $6,250.
It's just like a disrupt.
Gordon Ramsay is. So congrats to him for that. But unfortunately, his character has been slain
keep on
today.
Up this group.
Next up, we have Big Sad versus Snuts. Snuts has been slaying everyone. He has not lost a single round yet. Same with Zico. Zico has not lost any rounds in the qualifiers. Snuts has not lost any rounds in the qualifiers. And it's going to be Snuts versus Big Sad coming up. Snuts just so well prepared and so well practiced for this. I would love to see what Big Sad has in store for him. I will say, Big Sad just took out Infestors. The Infestor being the last Warlock to be eliminated. So Big Sad does have practice recently for killing Warlocks. So we'll see if he can dish that same fate on over to Snuts. I think we might have Snuts and Big Sad to talk to shortly here as well.
Warlock thing.
I feel like it's joining us here very, very soon. Yeah, they're going to be joining us very soon. Again, so the guys we had that were undefeated going into today were Snuts, Zico, and Sony. Is that right? Did we have anybody else that was undefeated going into today? I don't believe we did. And
the Shadow Priest, Sots.
Oh, Sot was oh yeah, you're right. He was. Sot was also undefeated going into today. So yes, if you were undefeated going into today, this is a single elimination. So those guys who are still alive are still undefeated. So they have killed a lot of people. They have won a lot of duels. And I mean, like you said earlier in the day, Zoryu, these characters are going to have like a collection of ears whenever this tournament is done.
One player.
Sick. Yeah, one player. Sorry, excuse me. One player is going to have a collection of ears when this thing is done. So yeah, it's very cool to see. Very cool to see.
And one player is going to walk away with this with how many years? Like how many rounds is there? 5 rounds plus the grand final. So one player is going to walk away with 6 years, and we'll see if we can use advanced technologies to talk to these players using some type of radio cell phone instead of going out to the field. If that's all right with you, Esfand.
Yeah, I mean, I can head back out there. So I just cleaned up in here, and I'm gonna go back out on the field, and I'll talk.
All right, Esfand's going back out on the field. We have Snuts here and Big Sad chatting with Esfand here. Yeah, I'm excited for this next matchup.
Can you guys hear me over there?
Hello. Am I logging in?
No, I know you guys are shy and don't want to be on camera, but But no, I'm just waving at you guys from here. We can just talk from a distance.
Sounds
good. How you guys doing? You guys ready for this duel?
Yeah, a little scared.
Oh, no, that's not what I heard earlier. I heard you say, man, Snuts is going to be a joke. I have practice against Warlocks, and Snuts is going to be so easy. Is that true?
Sort of. So I got to level 39 in the tournament, and I died, and I immediately renamed as Big Sad. But I usually go by EMCL, and so that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Nice, very good. Well, look, it's good to see you perform here today. You have some practice against Warlock. Snuts is shaking in his boots. Is that right, Snuts?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
After I saw that last duel against the other Warlock, this is not going to be easy.
Snuts is terrified. And again, I know you guys are hiding off camera right now and you're shy, so please, if you guys are watching at home in the studio, please, show some respect to our competitors. They don't want to be on camera. They say they want to get in the shade. It's very hot out here in the sun. So, yeah. What are you guys going to do with your prize money if you guys win?
I'm going to take Snuts to Vegas.
All right, Snuts, what are you going to do?
I like the plan of that. I'll take EMCL to Vegas.
Hell yeah.
We'll hang out. We got a deal.
Well, great. So this is a little bit of collusion going on live. So they're taking each other to Vegas. All right. So, look, I'm going to let you guys stay in the shade and let you guys relax a little bit before your duel, and we'll go back out to the studio. Zoryu, back to you.
There it is first. No matter who wins this next duel, Snuts versus Big Sad, they're going to Vegas. It's going to be a good time, and Snuts is fighting for that top Warlock spot. I do believe if he makes it, then that means he gets the top Warlock, guaranteed, to meet Zico and Sony in the Grand Finals, and Hydra. Same with Big Sad. I think Big Sad is the top Shaman no matter what. Good, so Big Sad might be able to make it to Vegas all on his own no matter what, win or lose. And Hydra is awaiting the victor of these two. We're going to get started here in just a second. And Warlock versus Shaman, another classic matchup. Players have logged in. Looks like that dual flag's about to be sent down as soon as these players get all buffed up.
Yeah, it should. This should be a great duel. This should be a really good one coming up. It's going to be very exciting. These guys are about to drop that Mokgohra flag. Snuts and Big Sad. A lot is on the line right here. A whole lot is on the line, and they're about to get started here shortly.
Definitely. Snuts looking good. He has that weapon enchant, the Fell Hunter by his side. And look at all the corpses out all around him, man. It's a battlefield of blood. Duel has commenced. Big Sad running towards Snuts. Fear coming out. He's trying to fake cast the Earth Shock, but Big Sad knows better. He's not going to get faked. He does get faked there. As I say that, Full Fear lands. No Tremor. Totem down. Snuts is very happy with an opener like this. Full Fear. Big Sad 40 yards away, casting that Ghost Wolf to try to close the gap. And one of Snuts' strongest assets is his mindfulness when it comes to positioning. He is always using positioning to his advantage. He's pre-kiting. He's staying max range. That's the difference between a professional or someone that's good or someone that's great. And Snuts knows this. He's making sure that Shaman can never play, never get close to him. He's very careful on where on the map he's positioned. Tidal Shaman in the Full Fear train. Man, a combo coming out. Big Sad getting feared right through Snuts. Snuts is going to have to get a re-fear going off. Big Sad landing a Frost Shock and a two-handed swing onto Snuts. It's the first point of damage Big Sad has done here. Second Fear comes out. Looks like it breaks. Might be that elemental trinket. 30-second Fear immunity. The Big Sad zoom. And 50% life. He's done a
great job. I was about to say, Snuts has done a great job of burning Big Sad's mana. So, I mean, he's really just kept him, he's kept him at bay, keeping his mana low. I mean, Snuts has played, his resource management is just impeccable, dude. And Warlocks, more than probably any other class, have the ability to manipulate it. Big Sad is trying to do whatever he can, but he is completely dry. He's low on health. He's getting slept.
No answers.
And Snuts dropping the dots on him, sending the Fell Hunter. He knows there's no chance.
Chain Lightning.
Big Sad just trying the Chain Lightning as he goes down, and it's just not enough. And Snuts is the victor. Big Sad tries his best, but he is unable to sustain and survive the onslaught of the mana drains, burning his mana down all the way and then taking him out. So great job by Snuts. Great job by Big Sad, EMCL. is what he normally goes by, but he named his character Big Sad for the tournament because he died.
A lot of big things just happened there. Snuts secured himself in the semifinals. It's top 4 time. It's really exciting. And not only that, but Snuts secured himself $6,250 by being the top rated Warlock in today's tournament. As we take a look at the brackets, Madnox did not make it to the semis. Madnox is that second place Warlock. Now, if I'm Madnox, I want Snuts to win. Right? Because if Snuts wins, Madnox will be the top lock and get paid $6,250, and Snuts will take the 50. So Madnox is hoping Snuts wins right now for big payday. But in the semifinals, we have Hydra versus Snuts. We have Zico versus Sony, and the winner of each is going to be placed in that grand final spot for the grand prize of $50,000.
Now, one thing I want to confirm here, maybe one of the admins can help us out with this. But I'm pretty sure Big Sad was the top shaman in the tournament now at this point. So Big Sad does get the 6,250, or can I get a big? That is true. Okay, yeah. So Big Sad goes home with 6,250 at this point, which is to be honest, that's a big payout. You end up being the top of your class in this tournament. You're getting a massive payout. I mean, $6,200 is huge. So the first place is just unbelievable. It's $50,000, but even even top of your class gets $6,250. So yeah.
And next up, we have Zico versus Sony, and we're gonna chat with them.
The Vital 200S uses a powerful infrared dust sensor to detect airborne particles.
Come on,
and automatically
Sony.
adjust the fan speed to keep our air clean. The Vital 200S also uses a special filtration process to air monsters, bacteria creatures, and odor beasts.
No matter what, Sony's getting that 6,250. Once again, for that second place Warrior, you're hoping Sony wins, right? For that payday. And Sony has all the potions and all the buffs in the world. So like Sony is as prepared as he can be, but so is Zico. And we've seen mages be taken out from warriors today. We've seen warriors take out hunters today for the sole reason of warriors being so tanky. We'll see if Zico can handle the tankiness of Sony, or if Sony will be able to surprise us all and take out Zico in that warrior versus mage. Very difficult matchup.
Yeah, huge. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're getting a water break. Players are taking a quick water break. So we're going to take a quick break too, and that is going to be to tell you guys about OTKnetwork.com merch. If you guys want new merch, merch is available. Here, I'm going to show you guys this. I don't even know. Custom plate lights. You can get plate lights just for your own PC at home. Right now, that Lee Elite case right there, you can see the new plate lights. You can get acrylics and stuff for that you can fit in. They look absolutely amazing. And you know what else is going to be amazing is having us go out on the field and have a word with Zico right now. Big bro. Sorry.
good. Feeling a little nervous. Yeah, it feels good, man, to be in the semis for sure. How do you feel?
Did you wake up today thinking that you were going to be here?
I thought it was a kind of a low percentage chance that I would have the run that I had so far. A lot of it, depending on the bracket and just how I perform on the day. And so far, I feel like I've been lucky with the bracket for sure.
So really, you came out against all odds, and you've been able to compete, and doing incredibly well here today. Even in this horrible hot sand. I mean, it is hot out here. How have you been handling the heat?
Well, my parents are from Egypt, so I got that Egyptian blood in me. So the heat, it's not a problem. It's more about the cold. So I'm glad you guys picked this location. It actually gives me kind of a bit of an edge, I think, over the other competitors.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I'm the same way. That's why I'm dipping my toes in the sand here a little bit, kind of getting deep in here because it's just so comfortable. And yeah, you're going to be facing against Sony, and Sony's around here somewhere. Sony is coming in soon.
Yo, it's
oh, there he is.
Yo, Sony.
Sony, how do you feel about facing Zico right here?
Honestly, I'm chilling. I'm like just zen. It's been so many huge matches and such a long tournament that I'm just like, I'm excited to play. I'm excited for this exchange of this exchange in this battle in this moment because like we have. I'm not on any drugs, by the way. I'm just vibing, bitch. Like, no, it's just like it's really cool. Like I was thinking about it. I like went into my backyard and put my bare feet in the grass and took a piss, and I was like, this has been such a cool day. It's like, when are we ever gonna have this moment again of like all these consumables, all these big names, Mokgohra battle to the death. And the fact that it's on Classic WoW, the game that I love and grew up with, and like we're all coming back to it. It's just, I mean, I'm sure you guys feel the same way. It's dope. I'm excited. I'm excited for this fight.
No, absolutely, man. I mean, this is something that like, I mean, we first started talking about doing this event, and when we heard about the hardcore servers being a thing, we're like, dude, we should do this. I mean, Tips obviously like. Tips was real bullish on it. I mean, he was like the Vince Carter, like he's trying to come back. He's like, man, I'm getting the itch to do like a CDL type thing again. I'm like, dude, I'm down, but I want it to be an event where it's just no holds barred. I said no rules at all at first. I was like, no rules. But then as we kind of started thinking about it and planning it some more, it's like, okay, well, we got to do a little thing here, a little thing there. And I think this has probably ended up being really the best dueling tournament that we've done in Classic WoW, and
100%.
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
So, no,
yeah,
I'm glad that you guys are having fun. I'm glad that the viewers hopefully are having fun, and it's been an absolute blast putting this thing on.
Yeah.
Production has been killing it. Everybody's been killing it. Our volunteers, everyone. So
100%. And I hope you guys take pride in the fact that you brought it full circle, right? Like you guys went off and did your own thing after 2019 Classic, but for Tips, like we all knew Tips as like the private server guy, right? He was the warrior. He put together CDL. Then you guys popped off with OTK, and then coming at all the way full circle and putting $100,000 up for Classic WoW players out of all games. That's just sick, man. So shout out to you guys. Like this, you guys got some good minds and good hearts. It's dope shit.
I appreciate it, dude. I mean, you remember like back when we were doing like, I mean, you came on Classic Cast with us, on that one episode. And
oh yeah,
it was me, you, Tips, and Stay Safe, and we were talking about Classic Cast, and those were like the good old days. And like the thing is, like, I think if you love Classic WoW, you will always love Classic WoW, regardless of what you're doing now, what you're doing tomorrow. I mean, there's always gonna be like, if I have a chance, like I think all of us feel this way. If you have a chance to like feed into the community and to give back and to be able to host something.
Oh yeah.
Like that's how all of us feel. So it was something really cool to be able to do, and I really do appreciate that. So
yeah.
So did you said about you? He was talking mad shit. So this
was he?
Oh, dude, mad shit, dude.
I can't help myself.
Yeah.
No, it's all good, bro.
Oh man, I can't believe the bad blood between these two guys is gonna be unbelievable today. I mean, this duel is gonna be one for the ages. It's Warrior versus Mage. Sony's got something to prove. He's like, look, everybody says Warriors stand no chance against the Mage, but I'm going to be the guy. I'm going to be the guy that stands up against the Mages, and not only that, I'm standing up against the Mage to beat the undefeated Zico, and Zico is ready for it. It's going to be amazing. Zori, back in the studio.
Let's go.
I'm going to kill Zico. I'm going to kill Zico today for all warriors around the world that have been getting kited for 20 years. All right, boys? It's for you guys.
Here we go. Zori,
we'll see about that.
Studio.
Well, guys, you heard it here first. Sony is going to be the first warrior to take out a mage in the history. He's going to be fighting for all warriors and take down Zico. We'll see if that comes true or not. I know Zico is very well prepared for this up-and-coming match, and I myself can't wait for it. Guys, this is the best of the best of the best. One of the best warriors ever to do it. One of the best mages to ever do it. Clash in a head-to-head warrior versus mage, but this time with no rules. You can FAP, free action potion. You can use flasks, consumables. No, hey man, get back here! You can use anything you want, all right? And it's gonna make it into a duel of the century. I can't wait to see this one, because like I said, normally mages have that advantage.
I'll be right back then.
But we've seen warriors do very well.
That's good.
Sony has that Tauren increasing its hitbox. Sony has every piece of gear you would want, every enchant you would want, every consumable you'd want, but same with Zico. So these guys are really going to put these two classes to the test and see with no rules who is actually favored in this matchup that has normally been considered a very, very one-sided matchup from the start of time. Oh, and here we go. We have the dual flag going down here shortly. Sony looking good in that tier set. Zico has that human consumable on. Sony has that full rage, so I know he's probably like, come on, let's get the duel started, come on. Zico is prepping up with buffs here, getting fully consumed up. And duel to the death flag about to be dropped any second now. Predictions, Esfon? I mean, obviously normally mage, but predictions into this one.
Dude, I think that if there's anybody that's going to do this matchup right, it's going to be Zico. And I think if there's anybody that's going to do this matchup right, it's going to be Sony.
Yep.
So this is going to be a tough one, man. This is going to be the big show.
I feel like Zico might take it.
I was just going to say, I think Zico is going to take this, but man, it'll be great to see Sony win this.
There's the Skull of Impending Doom to break CC right away. Sony popping the trinket. Kona Cold to follow. Zico kiting out. Fear comes out. Will of Forsaken to respond. Well played from both ends. Full polymorph does land. Sony was very low. It heals him back up. But Zico knows he needs the distance here. Frostbolt going off. Trinket back to full HP, or full mana rather, 86%. Sony gets that charge on the Heartbeat Break. That's not what Zico is looking for. Frost Nova comes out. Sony breaking the Nova there. Zerker comes out as well. A little preemptive though, because the magic dust, Sony now has to sit that sleep there from the magic dust. Zico's gonna get some distance from this. Another Frostbolt coming out. Heartbeat Break not in Sony's favor this time. Frostbolt lands and a Frostbite connects as well. Zico's happy about that. We have Sony bridging the gap. Zico insta ice block cancel into the Frost Nova. Kona Cold. I think the Kona Cold resisted. It was just a rank 1 though. Zico's fighting for control here. He's not fighting to kill Sony. He's fighting to not die. Rank 1 Frostbolt's coming out. Zico very prepared for this. 5 stacks, so Winter's Chill pretty shortly. Fire Blast for a little bit of damage. Big Frostbolt on the Sony here. Sony's on a 75% life. He hasn't really connected quite yet. There's the blink on the intercept. Zico keeping distance. Another Frostbolt coming out. Zico popping the early major mana potion. I love it. Arcane. Let's see if Zico can avoid it.
Oh, it lands!
Very nicely aimed Arcane Bomb there from Sony.
Huge Arcane Bomb. Sony is trying to build some distance back. I mean, he's definitely hurting right now, getting kited. It's something that he's obviously had nightmares about in the past. But Sony does have everything at his disposal to be able to come back on this and to be able to try and finish this thing out. He's trying to get out of combat. He did switch to battle stance. I think he was trying for a charge, but unfortunately he was unable to without getting back into combat again. He does have a detect magic on him, and he is getting that Winter Chill stacked up. The charge gets blinked immediately afterwards, and Sony is feeling it right now. This is a rough one, man. Sony is going to pull out all the stops to be able to follow up against Zico, and he pops the FAP right there, but then Zico does something we've seen him do before. He uses that Rocket Helm to try and wait out the time of the free action potion. The free action potion is going to keep... Oh, Heartbeat Resist! Big Heartbeat Resist, so he does still have his FAP. However, Zico follows it up with a sleep right afterwards, and he ends up waiting out the entirety of the free action potion and follows it up almost immediately with a frostbolt, and Sony is back getting kited once more.
Kited so
Just
hard.
perfect timing from Zico. There's a net coming out. This could be the second ice block. Trinket instead and a Renova. Perfectly played there from Zico. He knows the timer on that. It's a combo.
Damn,
There's
there
a Frost
it is,
Nova,
man.
Kona Cold, Cold Snap, second Kona Cold Fire Blast. It all happened so fast, we could barely see that. Huge burst from Zico, and Zico secures himself a spot in the grand finals today. What an incredible run from Zico. Well played to Sony as well. I mean, it's a hard matchup one way or another. Well played to Sony. Sony still gets the top warrior, but Zico, not only is he the top mage, but he is the grand finalist, the first grand finalist today. Look at Sony. Guys, these are Mokgohras. Every player that loses
Look at all the cooldowns he has on the side of the screen.
Incredible. Look at that, dude.
Everything
Sony did a phenomenal job in this tournament, man. He really did. And
damn, man.
He deserves all the props. I mean, he was my dark horse pick, you know, not because of it being Sony at all, but it was because he plays warrior, and historically people count warriors out.
I don't know. I really wanted
he
Sony,
played
though.
there right up until the semifinals,
I think he's probably
getting a chance to compete in the big grand finals, and he does go home with $6,250. He does go home with $6,250, and he deserves all the props in the world for preparing for this thing, coming out hot, and performing big time. Big time.
Yeah, that was awesome to see. So I guess mages do indeed beat warriors. no matter what. No matter what. Oh man, it happens. What a fun duel to spectate as well. But looking at the bracket, next up, Hydra versus Snuts. Oh, man, if you're Hydra, I mean, you've made it to that top spot. It's really exciting. Hydra said that was his goal, and he succeeded in his goal. Of course, you never want to stop fighting, and Hydra's up against Snuts next. And Snuts, I mean, historically, Warlocks in this tournament are taking out every priest. We have not seen a single priest, I believe, take out a Warlock today. Just every priest fall into Warlocks, and it's not a Warlock, it's Snuts. Having said that, it's not just a priest either, it's Hydra. If there's a priest to do it, it could be Hydra. I'm excited for this matchup. It seems to be Warlock favored. Oh, man. Who do you have for it, Esfand?
Man, I don't see how Hydra pulls this one out. I mean, Hydra's an unbelievable player, but I feel like whenever you have guys playing at the highest level, right? Like you're min-maxing, playing your class to 100% of its capacity, like these guys will. It's going to be really hard to see a Shadow Priest beat a Warlock.
Just by the way they've been commentating it, that they're going to get.
So it's going to be cool to see. It's going to be cool to see how it finishes up.
Apparently,
but
it's probably like
I think we're setting up right now to see that Zico Snuts final. I mean, hopefully. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I love Snuts.
Is going to start something.
The storyline of Hydra beating Snuts would be sick, but the storyline of Zico and Snuts in the final is also sick.
I mean, like people have been so invested in this. Like,
an amazing tournament so far. Everybody has done an amazing job. All the competitors, everybody working on the production, everybody on the back end, the volunteers, the admins, running all those duels yesterday.
Asmongold has 110,000.
Done an amazing job. All the competitors, everybody working on the production, everybody on the back end,
there's got to be. There's probably over
all those. Really phenomenal job co-hosting this with me. Unbelievable play-by-play stuff, man. You've been killing it. And I really appreciate you being here, man.
Hey, back at you, man. This has been such a great treat to be able to just watch this. Like I said earlier today and yesterday, if I wasn't, a part of this event, I'd be right there watching it with you guys. There's nothing I'd rather do than watch a bunch of the best players to ever do it. Get out in duels to the death. Doesn't get much better than that. And we have Snuts versus Hydra. Just, man, both of these names
I was watching a stream earlier that was one of the
have known. I mean, I've known Snuts' name since I was probably 14, and same with Hydra. Watching their montages on Warcraft movies, watching their montages on YouTube, watching their streams, watching them in tournaments, and to see these two legends, duke it out today is just such an absolute pleasure. Like we said, Snuts on the Warlock might have that slight advantage there, and the duel commences. Hydra getting some early purges off, dots being shared and spread around Snuts. Once again, with the positioning he's known for, running away instantly, using that max range to his advantage against the Shadow Priest. Fellhunter being called back, Magic Dust used, and Snuts wanting to slow down the duel.
Yeah, just going in right at it. He's got that sleep up. He's going for the drain mana strat. We saw this earlier from the Warlocks. Draining mana is, if you go toe-to-toe trying to drain each other's mana, it looks like it's not going to work out for the Shadow Priest, even though that's one of their strengths. The Warlock sustain is so high that it's not going to turn out well for them. Snot's going out, reducing his mana as much as possible, but now he's separating. Now he's running away, kiting him out a little bit, reapplying dots, putting that corruption back up. He's got that Curse of Elements on him as well, and going back out with the drain mana as soon as he gets in range.
Both players so experienced using the major mana potion within the first minute of the duel. And, you know, if you're tuning in today from home, you might be wondering, why would you use a mana pot when you're 80% mana? Well, because it takes you to 100% mana and starts the cooldown on mana pots. You could use that second mana pot sooner. Both players did that within the first minute, and it just goes to show how experienced these two players are. I must say, Hydra's holding his own, 72% mana and still full life against Snuts. We have not seen a Priest versus Warlock duel this close yet. Snuts using his second T. That's Snuts' second T of the three for today. That's only one T remaining, and Snuts is finding this matchup so close that he has to use that T. Hydra using the T of his own as well. There's the magic dust coming out into Hydra once again here from Snuts, and man, this is looking great for Hydra. The early heartbeat break onto Hydra. Shadow Reflector from Snuts. Hydra stunning himself with the Shadow Reflector. Reflect on the Mind Blast. He gets the proc. That's very big for Snuts.
Huge for Snuts, and following up that fear with another drain mana, separating from him, dotting him up, and just working him down just like that. That Shadow Reflector was absolutely massive. I mean, having that blackout proc on a Shadow on a Shadow Reflector is insane RNG, and really Snuts using really the thing that hurts Shadow Priest more than anything is movement, mobility, and using that strategy to his advantage, keeping him moving, not allowing him to just stand tall and be able to tee off. So there's a blackout proc on the Snuts right there, following it up with a Death Coil, or returning it with a Death Coil. Again, working that drain mana, draining his mana, getting his own mana back, not losing the mana battle, managing his resources impeccably against Hydra.
Hydra's doing a great job, but Snuts is pulling ahead in the long game. The shields are starting to get purged from the Fell Hunter. The Fell Hunter starts to hurt after a while. Hydra using another mana pot. He has nice and healthy mana, but once the Priest drops Shadow Form to heal back up, it's the beginning of the end, right? Because then you have to heal back up, use all your mana, and he drops Shadow Form right there. He's using mana for Renew. Maybe you're going to use more mana for a heal, and Snuts taking his time to first aid. He pulls the pet back expertly to drop combat. That's for Snuts to swap gear sets out of combat. Snuts swapped trinkets there, and Shirley swapped helmets as well. Maybe even a belt swap.
It's like it's probably
Shadow
just
Reflector
like
and Tidal Charm.
This realm or something.
Maybe not. So Snuts putting the pet back in. Curse of Agony connects. Same with that Corruption, and Hydra still not back into Shadow Form. Hydra 40% life, 50% mana, and now goes back Shadow Form, but Hydra doesn't get to top himself back off there. There's another T. That's a second T from Hydra. Probably the third T for today, so I don't think Hydra's any more T's. It's every consumable used, but hey, why not? You're in the semifinals. If you don't win, you lose and you die and your character's deleted. Every single item in the bags should be used right here. You want to leave nothing on the table. You want to put everything out in this duel, and Snuts and Hydra are duking it out for this win.
Yeah, I mean, this is just... I mean,
yeah, I mean, it's the same way
they're going toe-to-toe, back and forth.
Like
I'm very surprised at Hydra's ability to be able to hang on. I mean, obviously, he's an unbelievable player, incredibly well-known, but it seems to be that he's on his last leg right now. He wills the fear, going for the Mind Flays, just sending whatever he can, but this Arcane Bomb might be too much for him. The mana drain into the Silence. Let's see if Snuts can finish. Snuts is low mana, but he has the patience to not life tap.
That's it.
And finish him with the wand. Incredible.
Wow. We have our grand finalists.
That's Zico.
Oh my gosh. At the start of the day, I was like, the number one matchup I want to see today is Zico versus Snuts in the grand finals. And guys, we get to see it. This could not have been a better grand finals game to get to. Snuts versus Zico. I mean, come on. You can't script it better than this. You just can't.
Zico.
I can't wait to watch. I must say, though, congrats to Hydra on a very well-played job during this tournament. Top Priest, and Hydra, I mean, did a great, phenomenal job in that duel. It's just, it is a very difficult matchup, and Hydra really fought to the end.
Yeah, no, that was unbelievable, man. It was unbelievable from Hydra coming out, and I mean, he had an unbelievable run. He normally doesn't play Shadow, like he said, but he's a big time PvPer. And actually, we're gonna go have a, I think we're gonna go have a word with his spirit. I'm gonna have to find a way to get out there.
Trick-or-treaters at the door. I think we're out of candy.
Yeah, sounds good. Move to the graveyard, and I think Hydra will be somewhere around there. But yeah, that last duel is just an absolute pleasure to watch. I think momentarily we're gonna be able to find Hydra's corpse here. There it is. To you in a second here, as fan. I think we found him.
Oh, we found him. Oh. Hello, Hydra.
I'm not feeling too good, bro.
I'm seeing that. Do you need to see a doctor?
I don't know. I think I might need more than that. Have we got an exorcist?
I mean, look, the way your skin's looking, we might need 2 exorcists. I mean, what's in your jaw?
I mean, it's a beard, bro. That's my stubble.
That's your stubble? I mean,
your
flesh looks like it's rotting off the bone.
I mean, yeah, it was stubble once.
It was stubble. Okay, well, how are you going to recover from this?
I guess we go again, bro.
Hey.
How white do you think your teeth really are? Let's try the tissue test. Ugh, still yellow. Obviously, whitening toothpaste can only do so much.
That's because there's toothpaste white and there's Crest 3D White Strips White. Whitening toothpaste only works on the surface, but Crest 3D White Strips safely work below the enamel surface, whitening like a $400 professional treatment.
So much whiter.
The #1 teeth whitening brand in America. Crest. And try Crest whitening emulsions for daily whitening with virtually no sensitivity.
There are actually like 3 more pieces, but I'm saving those because I'm gonna eat them.
State Farm. It's tough trying to make it as a streamer.
Hey, you've got this. Remember, State Farm is there to support you. Besides, I think I know a guy.
You want to make it big, kid? Timmy Tenders knows how.
Let's do this, Gramps.
I'm only 33. Give me a Y, give me a space bar, give me a space bar, give me a mouse touch, give me a mouse touch. Ah. Now talk to Chad.
Who's Chad? Chad. Where's Chad?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Start throwing apple at them.
Senor Mayor, with this tower, I will make Pisa world famous. And you.
I don't think I've had an apple in this house
in
for
Rome, in
ever.
Venice, in Florence.
But this one's round.
No, I don't know. Maybe a Red Bull will help you see it from a different slant.
Yes, I got it. We'll build it like this.
Perfetto.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Yeah, like come on.
Sounds
I'm
good,
gonna
man.
say 5 or 6 pieces.
Thanks for the inv.
All right,
But
we'll
it is
see you
gone.
later, man.
Candy's
Hey,
gone.
back to you, Zoryu.
I feel like we made 7:30. That's pretty good.
Man, what a great guy, absolute legend, and that was just such an amazing duel. And man, speaking of European,
all right, let's get
versus
this going.
NA, one thing that I just realized is once and for all, after today's grand finals, we're gonna see if NA or Europe is better. We have Snuts from NA. We have Zico from EU.
Started snowing
Once
there?
and for
Damn,
all,
where you at, Wuss?
we'll know the answer to the age-old question: NA versus EU. It's going to be great. Zico versus Snuts coming up soon. Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
This is for all the marbles, and I think right before it, we're gonna take a look at all the blood that's been shed.
Oh yeah,
on this battlefield.
Oh,
it definitely snows there, huh?
What a day.
These guys have been here for 6 hours doing this shit.
Look at that. 63 competitors were killed today.
Brutal.
Look at the
62,
bodies.
we have one more to go.
Oh, excuse me. 63 will be killed today. 62 have been killed so far. Well, 61. Somebody it was a no-show and got DQ'd.
Channel points.
But lots of bodies. Lots of dead bodies today. 07's in the chat. What a beautiful, beautiful sight to behold. Fighting for honor, fighting for glory, and fighting for their share of a $100,000 prize pool. The biggest prize pool in Classic WoW history.
All right, all my channel points.
This is one of the things from day one I was excited for. Like this final spot, we knew it was going to be the resting place for 63 contestants. And one player will be able to last long enough to stand in front of all of them with all of their ears gathered up in a string around their neck. So damn cool. And Zico versus Snuts couldn't have scripted a better ending. Like, either way, it's going to be Mage versus Warlock. I must say it's going to be a little maybe Warlock favored, but it's Zico! If any Mage can do it, it's going to be the Big Z. Look at all these corpses,
This is going to be a big one, man. This is going to be exciting to see. So, and again, huge shout out to Jay the Bard. I don't think Jay the Bard's gotten enough credit for this, but Jay the Bard is this is his song. He wrote us a Mokgohra song. So hopefully we'll get to be seeing Jay the Bard at BlizzCon. Friend of the show. He's been on Loot Goblins and many things that we've done in the past. So huge shout out to Jay the Bard for this lovely ballad of Mokgohra.
Man, all these players' corpses, all the gear, all the hours, every quest, every dungeon, every boar slain to level up. Look at those shoulders. It's just like, man, that was what I was so excited for this tournament, man. All the professions, the Goblin Rocket Helms, they're all dead on the ground. Every single one of them except Zico and except for Snuts. They have the most blood on their hands. So much blood has been shed today. It's going to be the best grand finals ever. I just can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing, man. It's going to be amazing. Man, I love seeing all those dead horde. There's just something about it, man. That's just beautiful. It's a sight to behold.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, I'm really curious. I don't know if we're going to have the opportunity to speak to Zico and Snuts before this match or after. Actually, we're going to be able to jump into a Zico Snuts interview before the match. What an opportunity. I'm really excited to see what's going through these guys' heads right now. Yeah, maybe head out to the field and see if they're out there getting prepped for the duel. Because, yeah, I mean, I want to see specifically if Zico has anything, up his sleeve, some hidden tech maybe saving for the finals. I know Snuts is almost at a T. To you, Esvand.
Oh, thanks for having me, Zaryu. I'm out here on the field. It's getting hot out here. I mean, this like I said, the sand is getting hot, and hopefully it's gonna cool down here pretty soon. It is getting late in the day here on the NA side of Kalimdor, and we are ready for a massive grand finals. Snuts versus Zico, and I think they're gonna be ready to join us here in a second. Are you guys? Oh, I think they're over there. Hey, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. What's up?
Hey.
What up? What up?
How's it going? These guys are real shy. They don't want to see each other before the wedding. So like they're standing off camera. So how do you guys feel? I mean, this is it. This is a big show. Whichever one of you guys wins this duel will win $50,000, and the loser takes home nothing plus $6,250. How does that feel?
It's been a long time coming, for sure. Me and Snuts, we were talking about it a little bit earlier, but since level 1, basically, we've been talking about how it's been a lot of banter. When I'm leveling, Snuts has been grinding, and it's like 4 a.m. my time, and I'm like, yo, Snuts, are you not feeling a little tired, bro? Go take some rest, man. Like, you're doing good. Like, you don't need to be playing right now. And he's been kind of hitting me with the same lines. Every time he gets an item, he links it to me. If he gets something with Frost Res on it, he's like, "Oh, this could be nice." I'm like, I don't think you need that. So it's been fun. We're old friends, and we played a lot together in the past, and I'm excited to play him.
Wow, so that's crazy. Even at the early age of level 1, these guys have been training together since the very early days, and now they've made it all the way to level 60. And they've had banter, they've had back and forth, they've had a very serious, intense, but loving rivalry. And it all comes down to this. Snuts, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, like Zico said, we've been back and forth for the last month now. I think both of us are just happy for this to be over. Or like today, for it to be the last day, because it's been on our minds a lot. Both of us put in a lot of work, and I'm happy I do get to play Zico one time this tournament, going back and forth.
Yeah.
It is the finals, so what kind of storyline is this? We're opposite brackets, and we just somehow both sweep our competition, and we make it to the finals, so.
Make it all the way to the finals. The only 2 remaining players who are undefeated in the entire tournament. Now, I gotta ask, are you guys going to have any sort of personal hate towards each other after this duel?
Yes.
No.
Why not?
Sorry, you go ahead.
Why not?
Well, the way I see it, at best, Snuts gets his revenge, after the last OTK tournament where, things didn't go exactly his way, if we put it like that. I'm okay with that. Snuts is a good player, losing to Snuts. There's a long list of people who have lost to Snuts, so, it's no shame if that happens. But I'm going to try.
Okay. So, I mean, it's crazy that both you guys say that there won't be any hatred towards each other after this duel, because both of you guys sent me private messages telling me otherwise, but we can talk about that later. Zaryu, back to you in the studio. Let's get this duel started.
Perfect, man. I can't wait, guys. One of the top Warlocks and top mages of all time about to duke it out in the OTK Hardcore Mokgohra Finals. I can't wait. We have a bingo card to take a look at after today. You can interrupt. Yep. Level 40 green gear. Yep. Duels timing out. Yep. Snuts versus Zico. Yep. Peo is late.
Shot, man.
Yep. Like almost all of these things. Oh, that's great.
Wow,
Snuts loses is not checked off yet.
A bingo. That's amazing. We actually got a bingo. Very good. Very, very good.
Snuts versus Zico.
Oh, that's great.
Can you believe the amount of drama that these guys have between each other? It's just it's second to none. I've never seen two guys be so just passive aggressive. I mean, you heard that whole thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, they sent me DMs too. Like, it's crazy. Like, the crap talk going in between these two guys. And, like, they don't want to say it to each other's faces, though. But let's just let them battle it out to the death instead. And whoever wins is going to be alive. And whoever's dead will just die forever. So it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes. I mean, this really sets it all to rest, puts it all to rest. It's going to settle the whole thing. So, I mean, hopefully the things that were said to me were, it was just in passing. Maybe it was just a heat of the moment thing, and they didn't actually mean it. Because man, some things were said that I didn't even know what half those words meant. So that was crazy. The stuff I heard, man.
All right. Well, in this matchup, guys, it is historically Warlock favored. Like we saw Zico talk about that a little bit. There are plays that could be made. The Death Coil is one of the strongest cooldowns on the side of the Warlock, and that's Snuts. And Snuts wanting to land this Death Coil for many reasons. One, it's a hard CC that's instant, so you can fear off of it. Two, it heals the Warlock. And three, it actually deals damage. Zico looking to Shadow Reflector the Death Coil or Ice Block the Death Coil. Those plays could turn the tide a bit for Zico, right?
Yeah,
if we see a Shadow Reflector on the Death Coil and the Death Coil reflects Zico back to Snuts, man, I'm going to freak out. Like that, those are the types of plays that need to come out from Zico to win this. We're going to need to see Zico kiting it out and killing the Fell Hunter, and then like counter spelling the Feldom so he doesn't get a second pet on that 0.2 second cast, and then re-CC Snuts for the remainder, and then Snuts is stuck without a pet. Like, we're gonna have to see miracles being made here from Zico, but if a miracle is gonna happen, I think Zico could perform it.
He is absolutely the guy to be able to pull it off. So no, I'm very excited to see this. I mean, I think they're gonna pull out all the stops. I mean, you mentioned earlier the secret tech that Zico claims he has up his sleeve that he did not tell us about. And I'm hearing that we are getting ready for people's cooldowns. So we're waiting for their cooldowns to pass. So I wish we had I wish we had Quinn here to help us stall, because you want to talk about a masterclass. If we had Quinn here, it'd be great. But in the meantime, I'll go ahead and tell you guys more about StarForceSystems.com. So StarForceSystems.com, new custom cases and plate lights. Of course, I've talked about it before. If you guys want to check out Starforce Systems, that's the Golden Dragon, the class.
Man, poor Showback, dude. Showback should have been in this. I can't believe he didn't end up getting in the tournament. This dude didn't even have to, and he Mokgohra the last person he played.
How you start your day defines the rest of it.
And they didn't put him in.
Start it with Philips Sonicare, with expertise and with the total confidence that you've done everything for your health. So you know you will always get it right.
Mokgohra this guy. It was still points yesterday.
Philips.
Nobody was dying, and he decided to Mokgohra this dude.
Left, right, left, right, left, right.
And beat him. And he didn't make it to qualify. That ain't right.
The next level of nerds. Nerds Gummy Clusters. A crunchy outside with a sweet gummy center.
I love these things.
Nerds, shake things up.
Those are my favorite candy.
First, they're sour. And then, they're sweet.
Yeah, you know we get it poppin' like that. Sweet and sour like the bread.
Sour Patch Kids. Sour, sweet, gone.
Absolutely. And like you just said, S-Fan, this tournament would not happen without the sponsors and without all of the admins and volunteers in the background making it possible. S-Fan and I have an easy job. We just get to watch the games and talk about them all day. But people like Tips Out, pulling all-nighter after all-nighter, and these admins and these, you know, the players leveling up and the viewers at home making it all possible. So huge shout out to everyone for making this happen. We just we get the best seats in the house, you know. We just get to watch it live, some of the best duels of all time play out, and it's just been absolutely a pleasure. I can't wait to get into this.
So good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's gonna be amazing, man.
Nerds Road.
It is gonna be absolutely amazing. Do we have an ETA? Ooh, okay. So we got about a minute coming up, man. We got about a minute coming up until we get these guys started.
Quick predictions in the last 60 seconds, S-Fan. Who do you got?
It's hard for me to go against Snuts. I'm gonna say it's Snuts.
No way.
Oh man, I mean, so from day one, you guys asked me my predictions. I've been saying Snuts the whole time, so I can't say Snuts. But let me say this. All right, I can't not say Snuts, but let me say this. I would love Zico to win. Like, how cool would it be to see Zico on the mage take out Snuts?
The fuck?
Oh, here we go.
Blizzard made a trailer for this. Zico. They made a Mokgohra thing, but it's all warriors. Damn, pretty cool.
Oh, here we are, boys. The final moment.
It's just like a priest, like two people dressed in robes.
It's all kind of come down to this. We got Zico and Snuts, both fully vest and slot out. They had the time, the preparation, the mindset to get into this tournament. They've made it here. Each player concurrently has 5 years. Snuts with 5 years, Zico with 5 years. The winner will have 6 and $50,000. Mage versus Warlock here. We got the Arena Grandmaster and that Ice Reflector equipped from Snuts. Dual flag has been dropped, and we're about to get into the grand finals today, S-Fan.
Absolutely. This thing is going to be massive. I cannot wait to see how this thing goes.
Imagine they draw. It's like a sapper that kills them both or something.
Oh my gosh.
We have the Curse of Tongues coming out. We have the corruption to follow. Snuts doing what he does best and running away with that positioning. Zico has to chase him down in a super long duel. The Warlock is going to get more and more value, and Zico knows this. I wonder if Zico's going to go for a pet kill strategy or if he's just going to try to just kill Snuts in a burn strategy. Fireball's being casted with the Curse of Tongues. It's a long cast time for not much damage. Arcane Explosions coming out, and Kona calls the pet already to half HP, and Snuts popping that Resto Pot, which does share cooldown with other valuable potions.
Yeah, big Resto Pot right there, trying to stop everything, curses, everything, the whole 9 yards, curse magic, everything. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge in this duel. So hopefully it pans out. You know, go with the decision to use that instead of using like a health or a mana pot.
Yeah, there's the Goblin Rocket Helm from Zico. Zico's looking great so far. Still 2 blocks, plenty of consumables, flasks, teas, but so does Snuts. There's the Death Coil, no block or reflect on it, but there's still time. Ice block on the Fear. Snuts knows he has to get it done that way. There's another Thorium Nade. It lands on the pet and the Snuts. The pet goes down. That's pet number 1, Snuts. Sleeping Zico with the Magic Dust, fell doming the second pet.
Huge sleep. It allowed him to be able to cast the pet without worrying about a counter spell. So let's see. Zico is probably going to try and separate, and maybe he's going to try and kill this pet right here.
I'm thinking Zico goes for 2 pet kills, and if Snuts isn't careful, that second pet will go down, and then the mage will have a chance in this, and that's exactly what we were talking about. If both pets die, the Warlock is a lot weaker. It's just hard sometimes to kill that second pet. Zico, if there's gonna be someone to do it, it's gonna be him. Another rank 1 Frostbolt lands. Snuts trying to devour those buffs off of him with the pet Dispel. Zico getting the remove curse on himself as well. Health and mana have been pretty much equalized. Zico has 1 block remaining. Snuts, no Feldom left. There are tons of consumables, though, from both ends. And Snuts just playing the max distance game like an absolute legend. Not letting Zico bridge the gap here. Keeping him dotted up. Just 1 or 2 dots will do all the work Snuts needs. He does not need to overextend here.
Yeah, I mean, this is like two gladiators going at it, man. These guys, they're jousting. It's beautiful, dude. They're doing the dance. They're going back and forth. Perfect kiting. Snuts taking the pet in and out. This is a masterclass, man, on both ends.
That is fake from Snuts there on the counter spell. The blanket might have resisted Snuts being able to successfully cast that fear, although Zico's going out of the duel range. I wonder if he's going to make it back in. He's so far out. It looks like he will make it back in. Polymorph being casted. Drain mana from Snuts, and this is not what you want to see from the side of Zico. Snuts full health, full mana. Zico on the run. There's the mana gem, the cold snap. 1 ice block remaining. Zico definitely on the back foot right now. Fell Hunter in hot pursuit. Ice barrier up. Snuts pushing his advantage. The Fell Hunter devours a spell. Unfortunately, not the ice barrier, but the ice barrier breaks anyway. So much damage from Snuts. Second Restopot used here. It's going to dispel a magic ability every 5 seconds. Grabs the Nova. It's really well played from Snuts. The spell lock comes in. It acts as a blanket silence there on Zico for 3 seconds. The drain mana is ticking Zico lower and lower, and the last and final defensive cooldown from Zico has been used. That's the second ice block.
And keep in mind, neither of these guys have lost a duel in the entire tournament. They're undefeated today, obviously, but also in the qualifiers, they have not lost a single match. So this is huge, absolutely huge.
You gotta kill Pat.
One of the things that makes this matchup so difficult for Zico is Snuts is so tanky. It's Snuts has done it! $50,000 in the Mokgohra Tournament. Look at his face. Oh my gosh, he's so excited. Holy. Congratulations to Snuts. We're gonna have to grab him in here for an interview momentarily. What a moment! What a moment! That's incredible. Well played to Zico as well, still securing himself that spot as the top mage, but just so well played here from both players. What a masterclass of a Warlock from Snuts. The kites, the patience, the Feldoms. It was just beautiful to see. Well played. Congratulations. And I think Esfan's going to go out to the field momentarily to give Snuts a congrats and a quick chat.
Absolutely. I'm out here on the field right now. Do you have me? Can you hear me?
I mean, it's Warlocks.
Hello. Sorry. Yeah. Hello.
Hey, Snuts. How are you looking?
DPS.
I thought you were much taller.
I'm 5'5" king, man.
Oh well, hell, dude, you're playing like a 7'5", just a bigger king. Congratulations, man! You have won $50,000 here in the OTK Stars Forge Hardcore Mokgohra Tournament, the Classic WoW Mokgohra Tournament.
Yeah, right.
The biggest prize pool in WoW history. How does that feel?
50 fucking grand.
Dude, I'm in disbelief right now, man. I'm just a lot of emotions. It's a long month, man. Very long month, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, you got $50,000. I know you talked about Vegas. Is there anything else you want to do with this $50,000?
I might have to send a BlizzCon. I originally I wasn't planning on it, but we'll see. We'll see how we feel. I'm definitely gonna need a break after this. Tournament. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Man.
Absolutely, man. You've been grinding for 30 days straight. If you want to take a vacation, you want to go to BlizzCon, I think you absolutely deserve it. You've done an unbelievable job, not just this month, but in the past. You're one of the most highly decorated players in the history of WoW. And to bring it full circle, doing it for many years in retail and all the later expansions, but also coming back and doing it in Classic and Vanilla as well, that's got to feel special, doesn't it?
It feels great, man. And I want to say thank you to you guys for putting on the tournament. I mean, obviously, this was the biggest Classic, probably one of the biggest tournaments we've ever seen. And also on top of that, just shout out to all the competitors, too. This has been a very long and draining month for all of us, so at the end of the day, I know it was just one person that
won. All my points in Zaryu's channel,
everyone put in the work, everyone put in the effort, and everyone deserves a shout out because
I mean,
this was just an absolute insane month to grind and try to prepare for this tournament.
probably
Absolutely,
that might have helped.
I mean, this is something that
because then he wouldn't have been able to
you
summon
guys have done
a
a
third
phenomenal
one.
job getting ready for this thing.
And I think that
Just
the
like
Fell
you said,
Hunter
you've
can
done a phenomenal
eat
job.
like a spell,
everybody,
right?
also
So
everybody
like
on
a
the back end.
Frostbolt
We've
that
talked
might have
about
gone to
production and how much work has gone into this. We have volunteers, people working on the back end as admins as well. I mean, Raider IO helping set up all the tournament stuff, all the bracket stuff, everything, dude. It's
damage control.
This is a big community event, right? And it takes everybody from start to finish. And
just strip away all the things protecting him. Yeah,
I'm super appreciative of you guys for competing. Of
you want to be like just blitz and kill the guy as fast as you can, but
and for how amazingly well it's gone, it's super cool. So congratulations to you, Snuts. You've been incredible. Man. You've done incredible today. You've done incredible in the past, and you're going to keep doing incredible in the future, man. I'm incredibly proud of you. And hey, I'll see you at BlizzCon.
Hey, I'll see you there. Thank you again, guys. Thank you, and thank you to everyone that helped me out. And yes, like I said, man, shout out to all the competitors, every single one.
Well, I gotta eat.
GG's to everyone.
GG's. We're going back to you in the studios, are you?
I think we might also have a few questions here for Zico, but before we hop into that, I just want to say congrats to Zico for becoming that top-ranked mage player and second in the tournament. Zico, I don't know if you can hear me from the desk. If not, we'll have to go back to Ez. Oh, you can?
Oh,
yes, sir.
Oh, Esfan might go talk to you there in person.
He's just dead.
He's going to... Oh, that's great. If you can hear me, Zico, we're going to shoot over to Esfan for a quick interview.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, no. Zico, how are you feeling down there?
Well, you remember how we were talking about how it's too hot? That's definitely not the case anymore. It's kind of cold down here, bro.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Look, you played phenomenal all day, bringing it all the way to the last second. I think the sun is going down. I think that's why you're feeling a little cold. I'm feeling a little cold, too. My feet are kind of getting cold here, so I'm gonna put that in the
GG's.
sand.
Warlocks are the greatest vanilla class. What can you do?
So,